Don't sell your heart, don't say we're not meant to be. Run, baby, run, forever we'll be. Run, baby, run, don't ever look back. They'll tear us apart if you give them the chance. Don't sell your heart, don't say we're not meant to be. Run, baby, run, forever we'll be. You and me.
Ring, 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 ding a ding, ring a ding, ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, ring a ding, a ding, a ring, 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 ring a ding.
I got your picture, I'm coming with you, dear Maria, count me in. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle, and I'm the pen. When the lights go up, I wanna watch the way you take the stage by storm. The way you wrap those boys around your finger. Go on and play the leader, 'cause you know it's what you're good at. The
fruity, 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 fruity. This is so. Super soul. Soul. Rock on. Let's get it together. Music.
1, 2, 3, go!
What a shame. Funky. You're a funky DJ.
1, 2, 3, go! Pain, 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 pain.
What a shame. This is so. Super soul.
Good evening. 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 Guten Abend, willkommen, and welcome to Game Night Season 19, which kicks off with a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Season 19, let's start with red hot trivia action. Shall we see what I did there, Ben?
I did indeed. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Puzzle Dan. Hope you're keeping well. And here's another message from our sponsor, JR Plays Games.
DGUIDJ, you're not very good at this.
I guess not. Sam, thank you very much for the 62-month resub. I said that was JR Plays Games. It wasn't. They're coming in the wrong order. Sam, thank you for the 62-month resub. Here's a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Welcome back for another season.
JR.
And thank you for having me for a full year now. It's been really fun.
JR, I'm getting all my messages mixed up. The JR, thank you for the 12 months. Dan, thank you for the 100 bits. Sam, thank you for the 62 months. A message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
And a good evening to you too, Ben.
And good evening to you, Matt. Thank you for the 100 bits. Hope you're keeping well. Welcome, everybody, to Season 19 of Game Night. How you all doing? Hope you're keeping cool. I had a message from our sponsor, Only91_573.
Good evening. Even in. Keeping things even.
Indeed so, Oni. Thank you for the 100 bits. Most grateful to you. There's a lot of messages coming. The hype train went early, it seems. But we're going to keep them coming in. Here's a message from our sponsor, Connors.
G-O-O-D evening guten Abend. Dobry Weekdor. Bonus Sarah. Swan.
Connors, thank you very much for the 4 months primary subscription there. Welcome into the stream. And a message from our sponsor, G. Isons.
Good afternoon from the campsite at Country Fest. It's still hot, by the way.
Yes, it is still hot. I have to say, alerts are sounding very quiet. I don't know if graphics are sounding louder than normal. Yeah. Anyway, welcome all of you. It is time for another season of Game Night. I hope you're keeping cool, a bit warm. Is music a bit louder than normal? The loud graphics. That's very interesting. I haven't done anything to it. Although it's maybe picking up my desktop a little louder. But if I switch that down a bit, is that quieter? I don't know if that will. I think that does stuff. Guess we'll find out. That's better. Cool. I must have fiddled with some levels at some point. Anyway, welcome on in to you all. It is wonderful to be back. Had a very nice hiatus. Did lots of maintenance on things. And yeah, sort of ready to get back into it now. But here's a message from our sponsor, Top of One Gaming.
TFIG bus YM Rock H_Sab_Ton OT Skanati.
Thanks to Ash the Bash for my sub gift backwards. Thank you, Topper, for the 42-month resubscription. Yeah, so I've done some software maintenance. If the background is a little louder than normal, it's because I have a fan now. because it's a billion degrees, and I thought keeping the room cooler is probably a good idea. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back into things. We have Plinko from Dogfish to start us off. Thank you very much to Dogfish for that pack. We've got Data Leak now by Jogging. And a little bit later on, we have got Danger Zone as written by Fluffy Bunny. So lots of good things to get stuck into this evening on the first episode of Season 19. Let me say hello to you all. Who have we got here? Good evening to Mark and JR, Naughty Goth and Oni, SJ, Shapes, Connors, Matt, Clayton, Tigo, Lupine, Shilgar, CJ Kegler, TVP, AB Me, Vertigo, Radlac, Toot, Score, Topper, Clive, Michael, Matt the Ref, Simpsons Angle, Silver Electron, Cola, Jogging Jack, Solomon, Riff, Natter, Nando, Silent Marie, BC, Fluffy Bunny, Flyboy G. Idens, Puzzle Dan, Paulista, Cursed Toucan, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us. Changes, software updates, and bug fixes generally across the board. New Unicon update, which you'll have noticed because you've all had to revalidate your account. If you're playing on the desktop version, make sure you download the latest one, just so you don't miss any important updates in the Universal Controller. Connecting to graphics is a new thing that I added last night. And yes, new font in the Universal Controller. Hopefully it pops a bit better. Thank you to Oni for consulting with me on fonts as ever. Yeah, lots going on. Here's a message from our sponsor, Clayton.
Excited for S19. Hope you enjoy the break and glad to have you back.
Thank you, Clayton, and thank you very much for the 4-month subscription. Yeah, I did have a nice break. I didn't do anything monumental. I was in Wales this week with work. But then last weekend, it was mainly just carrying on with maintenance stuff and just sort of, just relaxing slightly. I watched a lot of tennis in my week off. Because I'm in Wales this week. The week before, I was actually off work. So I watched an awful lot of tennis, which was very gratifying. So yeah, just in a really good way, getting myself nice and refreshed, ready for the new season. The drink of choice tonight is Staropramen. It's a lager, Puzzle Dan, rather than a cider. I've been drinking a lot of cider recently, so no, I did the parkrun this morning, Tiggo. I wasn't going to let a little thing like 90% humidity keep me away from the parkrun. It was a bit steadier than normal. I had 24.07 this morning, so 24.7, which is quite nice. Which is down from or up, depending which way you count, from my PB, because I set a PB last week, which was 22.50. So it's a bit of a jump from there. Yeah, it's all going well. I'm building up for the Burton 10K, which is happening in the middle of August. That's the weekend I'm away, actually. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. 22.50 felt like a good time for slightly cooler climbs last weekend. So there's been a lot going on. There's more pennies that I need to cash in. I'll do a bit later on. But we've got some quiz to get on with because I've been off long enough. And yeah, we need to get on with some quiz. Again, thanks to Dogfish for that pack of Plinko to kick us off. Well done if you got some money out of the machine tonight. Not so lucky on the gamble at the end for those of you who took part, but well done if you got some points up to there. We're going to kick off with Data Leak. There have been some minor changes to this, but nothing one fairly big change, which you'll discover in the fullness of time. Don't forget you can suggest your raid messages into the chat by preceding any chat message with a hashtag, and you can submit up to 3, and I'll pick my favourite later on, and that'll be the raid message for when we conclude the stream in a couple of hours' time. Right, there's lots of players in the game tonight, lots and lots of you, so I hope you're ready to play. I hope you like the new font on the Universal Controller. It's using Metropolis rather than Exo, which hopefully just pops a bit better. You've still got the monospace font for the clue chain round here, so all is well. Let's get on with the quiz, as one famous Only Connect champion once said, and we're going to start by locking up this lobby. Here's a quick refresher on how to play Data Leak. Solve the puzzles as quickly as you can. Clues are revealed every 10 seconds. The fewer clues you need, the more points you win. I don't know why I'm reading it off graphics when I've got it on the operator in front of me, in a clearer font as well. Get the answer wrong, you'll be frozen out for 8 seconds. Some puzzles may require your spelling to be exact. This applies in the clue chain round, which is round 4. Apart from that, there is an 80% spelling tolerance as ever. Good luck and have fun. Those are the rules. And let's play round 1. Round 1 is 5 degrees, and in this round you'll be presented with a category and 5 longer clues, all describing the same person, place, or object. The faster you solve it, the more points you win. If you're not sure, it might be worth a guess because you'll be frozen out for the rest of the clue, or 8 seconds if you're not right. You can still type on the device, on your whichever device you're using, if you're locked out, but you won't be able to submit until that lockout clears. Hopefully that all makes sense. Hopefully we've all played Data Leak before. If not, you'll pick it up super quick. And welcome on into the game, Yoniak. Lovely to see you just in time for Data Leak. Good luck, everybody. Here comes our first puzzle, and we are looking for a chemical element. For 5, the first compound of this gas, a fluorohydride, was discovered in 2000. For 4, a Coravin injects this into a wine bottle to allow pouring without removing the cork. And for 3, derived from the Greek for lazy. A few getting it now for 3 points. For 2 points, it's one of the noble gases. This hopefully gets it down to about 5. And for a single point with the chemical symbol AR. Clayton and Marcin are going to get an answer in no. Couldn't get that lockout off in time. Argon. Yes, Greek for lazy is derived from the word Argos, where we also get the store that decided this is how we think shopping should work. And every other shop in the country went, nah. So, lazy, Argos, Argon, it all kind of works. Also, all the good noble gas jokes are gone. So call back to a buzz-off episode title from a while back. Well done if you've got some points out of that. Let's train the puzzle and move on to puzzle number 2. We are looking for a device for 5. The first iteration of this was 8 inches in diameter. No one for 5. Okay, for 4, data is stored in tracks and sectors. Just a couple getting there, and there's a third and a fourth. Well done. For 3, it was made commercially available by IBM in 1971. For 2, consigned to obsolescence due to the convenience of USB storage. For a single point is used as the skeuomorphic symbol for saving a document. That is, of course, the floppy disk. So called, I believe, because the very original ones were floppy. They were not sort of made of plastic ones that I grew up with, which were the 5 1/4 inch, I think, 5 1/4 inch floppy disks. But yeah, I'll never forget a Gen Zer asking someone, I wasn't there, but I've heard the story. A Gen Zer asked someone who was a little bit older, when they saw a floppy disk on the desk at work, they said, "Why have you 3D printed the save icon?" Which is a valid point, because it's one of those, I think that's the word skeuomorphic does. It's where something that used to represent saving has now taken on its own meaning, and so it doesn't go back. But yeah, skeuomorphic. So if you are a younger person and you don't know what a floppy disk looks like, try and save something in MS Word, and you get a pretty clear idea. Well done. If you got floppy disk from that, let's train that puzzle. Refer to hash as a hashtag and not a pound sign. Yeah. Right, we're going to move on to puzzle number 3, and we're looking for an animal for 5. Protagonist in the animated Disney short Super Rhino. I mean, it couldn't be, could it? It'd be too obvious. For 4, rodent in the subfamily Crecitinae. Possibly Crecitinae. Oxothorpe is also another name for the hashtag, indeed. For 3, varieties include golden, Campbell's dwarf, and Roborovsky. Any more getting in now. For 2, the nickname for the comparatively short Top Gear host, Richard Hammond. There's a lot of people solving for 2 now. And for a single point, a popular pet that is known for running endlessly in its namesake wheel. That would be a hamster. I never had hamsters. I think my sister had guinea pigs when I was living at home, and I had gerbils for a while, which are really cool. I just find gerbils are much more interesting than hamsters. They're you keep them in pairs, whereas hamsters tend to be solitary animals. If you put it in with another hamster, they tend to kill each other, which is sort of animal cruelty, I suppose. But gerbils are really cool. They've got the longer tail as well. The hamster is what we wanted on that occasion. By the way, someone do let me know if this fan is too loud, if like it sounds like there's background noise. It always sounds like there's background noise because it always sounds like my PC's taking off. But if it's like really, the fan's good. But yeah. You can hear it, but it's fine. I will take that trade-off because it means I can stay nice and cool, which is excellent. Let's drain that puzzle and move on to puzzle number 4. I like this puzzle a lot. See what you think of it. Puzzle number 4, we are looking for a language. For 5. The accidentally comedic phrasebook English as She Is Spoke was written in this language. Well done, Cola, solving for 5. For 4 now, the Indian state of Goa still has around 10,000 native speakers. For 3, it is the 6th most spoken language worldwide. For 2 points, the name of the language is also the nationality of football figures Cristiano Ronaldo and Jose Mourinho. Mourinho, possibly. And for a single point, it is the official language of Angola, Brazil, and of course, Portugal. Spell check is being somewhat generous there, though not all variations of Portuguese are getting through Clayton. Unfortunately, there was one at the end that didn't quite trigger the spell check. In fact, there was 2 from Clayton that didn't quite get past the spell check, including 1 on 3. Oh, you could have had such joy.
What a shame.
That was a very long delay, Stream Deck. This is why I'm using my inbuilt soundboard now. Yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's a slightly strange algorithm, but that's the way it goes. Well done if you got Portuguese. Portuguese, the 6th most spoken language worldwide. Let's drain that puzzle. We've got 1 more in this opening around 5 degrees, and we're looking for an object. For 5, Mark Proksch pranked several local news stations by playing a master of this. I'm afraid so, Clay. Yeah, I saw at least 2 incorrect coming on my log. For 4, it was historically known as a bandalore. A bandalore. For 3, it was banned from many UK schools in the 1990s. Don't think it was banned at mine. For 2, tricks include sleeping, mounts, and loops. And for a single point, it is a toy consisting of an axle, 2 spinning discs, and a string. Got the 5 for this, I can't complain. Good stuff, Clayton. Yo! It's a yo-yo, accepted either with or without a space or with a hyphen and no space. Yeah, the yo-yo, we had these. I remember there was one called Da Bomb, which was a yellow one, and it didn't have any bearings in it, or not any noisy bearings. So I remember all the ones I had, you'd spin them down, and it'd go, and they'd sleep there, and then you'd do the rock the baby. I remember doing that one, which is where you put up a triangle and rock the yo-yo through the middle. Then you had to untangle it and bring it back up. Oh, I was obsessed with yo-yos. I got quite good at one point. But then, yeah, there was Da Bomb, which was a yellow thing, which was a silent sleeper, so you put it down. It was really difficult to control, though. I'm getting all nostalgic on you now. For those of you younger than about 25, you may not remember the yo-yo craze, but I believe yo-yos were popular in like the 40s and 50s. It was a very, very early toy. And then there was this massive craze for them in the like mid to late 90s, where everyone just went bonkers for them. But yeah, I'm sure children do know about yo-yos. Children are far more busy playing on the Nintendo Switch 2 these days, aren't they? Or getting people cancelled. Yoniak, welcome to the stream. Anyway, it was the yo-yo. Yeah, it does sound like a type of smartphone app, doesn't it? The sort of place. Download yo-yo. It does rather, unfortunately, sound like the sort of thing where you could check your credit score on, doesn't it? Or you know, check property prices in your area. Anyway, let's drain that puzzle and check out the scores at the end of round 1. Well, it's quite interesting. Ralph has taken an early lead with 15 points. Inca, Cola, and Toot and Zeus are all tied up in second with 14. We've got Fluffy, Mark, and Shapes all on 13. Matt, Sam, Summermole, and Toucan all have 12. AB Me, Clive, Holy Shit You Font, aka Oni, Michael, Shirty Goth, and Tigger are all on 11. Connors and Nando are on 10. Clayton, Jack, JR Paulister, Solomon, Simpsons Angle, Top, and Yoniaka on 9. Flyboy, SJ, and Vertigo have got 8. Puzzle Dancer and Ref have got 7. CJ and Conrad are on 6. Silver Electron on 5. Kegler and Silent Green on 4. Bar CD on 2. So a pretty tight-knit game. So fairly well pitched, I have to say, there from Jogging for the opening round. But there's still plenty more puzzles to come. 4 more rounds in this game of Date League. Let's go on to round number 2. Oh, what's this? This is the big change from the game. Yeah, it's all a blur. It's now round 2. A very astute observation from, I believe it was Clive, last season, where he pointed out that it's all a blur. It rarely makes much difference to the scores because a lot of people tend to crack the picture at around the same time. So I've shifted it to number 2, and this has also had the added bonus of shifting the previous round 2, the content filter, into round number 5. Which is good because it splits up what was rounds 1 and 2, which are very, very similar. So we've got that sort of drip feed of information in round 1, and we're going to have it again in round 5. So we've got It's All a Blur now, which is a picture round. Also, I think it flows better because you then get a text-based one, and then a non-text one, then a text-based one, and then the letter round, the clue chain, and then a text-based one to finish. So I feel like it's a good spread of the game. Might take a little bit of getting used to, seeing the picture round in round 2, but Clive would end with the connecting wall if we let him. That's a slur. Well, yeah, let's see what you think of it. It's All a Blur is right now. So keep your eyes on the broadcast because the picture won't display on your devices, and your device will tell you to look at the broadcast screen. In this round, you'll be presented with a category and a blurred picture, which will gradually come into sharper focus. The faster you solve it, the more points you win, and you will receive a cryptic clue at the 2-point mark. Okay, so fingers on devices. Get ready to have a look at this. It's all a blur, and here's puzzle number 1. We're looking for a game for 5. Done a couple of early souls there. Well played for 4. For 3. For 2, this classic Windows game gives me a lot of red flags. And for 1. There we go, a lovely sea of green. Nice to know we've all heard of Minesweeper. Yes, this was the hallmark of entertainment on like Windows 98 before you know, back when you had to pay for games that came on a piece of physical hardware on a CD. You could always rely on Minesweeper and Solitaire until we got to Windows ME, of course, when you could have Spider Solitaire. Which was also very exciting. I remember playing Hearts on Windows 98, long time ago now. But yeah, first introduced him to my love of cards. But it's a sea of green there, everyone managing to solve Minesweeper. Very well played. Let's drain the puzzle. Switch the screen off. Oh, Free Cell. Oh, I think I went through a phase of enjoying Free Cell, and then I discovered Hearts, and I enjoyed that a lot more, even if I was just playing with rudimentary AIs. I don't recall anyone ever getting the Hearts network working back then. I certainly didn't. I didn't get the internet until I was about 14, so which would have been, yeah, probably about 2002, I think. 13, 14 maybe, when we got the internet at home. By which point I think I had my own laptop anyway and was busy, downloading emulators and such like. Anyway, on we go. Puzzle number 2. We are looking for a wall feature for 5. Windows Vista. I'll tell you a story about that in a minute, Oni. For 3. There's Mr. Chips. What's he up to? For 2, I still can't believe the M doesn't stand for money. Oh, lots of Solomon Dudley. Lots of attempts to shoot the moon. For a single point now. Just say what you see. That's an ATM, or an automated teller machine, also accepted a hole in the wall as the colloquial name for them in this, certainly in this country. I don't know if it's overseas as well. Yeah, Windows Vista. I remember I got a brand new PC, like from Staples, I think, in my first year of uni, and I'd taken out like a bank loan to buy it, or like max my overdraft or something. And within 3 days of having it, Windows Vista came out, and I downloaded a version downloaded and installed a pirated version 0 or version 1.0 of Windows Vista. Which was a mistake, because then I couldn't remove it and nothing worked anymore, and I ruined that PC. It was the first PC I had, and I ruined it with Windows Vista.
What a shame.
It was a complete shame. Very well done if you managed to get ATM or some variation thereof. We accepted ATM machine, which is slightly annoying because that's a duology or whatever that is. This came up in 1 versus 100 last night. There was a question on it, but yeah, ATM machine stands for automated teller machine. Reminds me of the doggy daycare that's down the road from me, which is mad in capital letters, and then the words about dogs. So every time I drive past it, I have to say mad about dogs. But yeah, anyway, I'm rabbiting on. Let's drain that puzzle and move on to our next picture. Let's switch the screen off and go to puzzle number 3. We are looking for... Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it is. You're quite right. It's a different stream. I think I can reference questions that came up on other streams, though. Shapes. That's the rule over here. Puzzle number 3. We're looking for a geographical phenomenon for 5. All of you need to come to order, please. A few people managed to solve for 5. Here's one for 4. And Zeus, welcome to the stream as well. Lovely to see you. 4-3. Macro body you above bed. For 2, playing golf immediately after witnessing one of these is wildly inappropriate. Single point for solving now. That's the other word of the Lord. Yeah, quite right. That's a sinkhole, that is, which just randomly appear in the middle of the road, encapsulating entire blocks sometimes that just fall down. I'm not quite sure how they actually happen, but yeah, that's what it is. It's a maddening deep sinkhole. Yeah, that is a big sinkhole. Yeah, I don't know anything like enough about them, but they look quite scary. Well done if you got sinkhole, 1 word or 2 words both accepted, and let's drain that puzzle. Yes, Yoniak, you can. If you go to a PC and you hello Moonraider 81, welcome to the game and welcome to the stream. How lovely to have you here. Oh, excuse me. But yes, Yoniak, if you switch over to a PC and you validate with the same Twitch account, it will kill your phone connection and reconnect you, refresh you on the same device and keep your score and whatnot. So yeah, boot up your PC, see if you can come in on that. And do you want me to hang on for the next puzzle, or shall I launch in and then you can swap for the next one? I'll launch in. We got a good bit of momentum going on. So we're going to go on to puzzle number 4, and we are looking for a mode of transport for 5. And 4. For 3. Well played, Dan, for 5. And for 2, the only vehicle children are allowed to run towards. It comes into sharper focus. Can you see what it is? And for a single point now. Oh, Flyboy, that's not enough, unfortunately. Conrad Luck, also that previous answer wasn't enough. You've got it now. It's an ice cream van. Ice cream itself is not a mode of transport. It's a dessert stuff. So we couldn't just accept ice cream. Yeah, Yoniak, that said you've refreshed. So hopefully next puzzle will come down on your PC device, which is, I appreciate, it's probably a lot easier than typing on the phone. This is pissing out coming back. Kids running towards it. It wasn't Michael. That was jogging. They're all jogging. So I'm just reading. I'm just reading the words of the Lord, as it were. But yes, kids can run towards a Mr. Whippy van, and it's all good. Mind you, they're very expensive. The ice cream van turned up at work on Tuesday. It was about 27 degrees. We went out, queued up for an ice cream. Magnum golden caramel double thing. It's like £3.50. I was like, that's an astonishing amount of money. I remember you could get a Magnum for £1. A Twister was 65p. God, I miss the 90s. Actually, I don't miss the 90s because I wasn't a grown-up and had no faculties or inhibitions of my own or free will, it seems. Anyway, that's an ice cream van. We also accepted ice cream truck back in my day. Let's drain that puzzle. TVP, you refreshed before, but if you refresh midway through a puzzle, I don't think you get the puzzle until the next round. So you should come back in on this next puzzle. You shouldn't need to refresh again. But if you do, let me know. Final puzzle in this round is all a blur, and we're looking for a famous ending for 5. Satisfying sized code. For 4. Someone agrees, so that's the end of the country there, or the end of a country. For 3. For 2, when Charlton Heston screamed, "Damn you all to hell," he was probably proofing one of my packs. I've got a note here that says, "Not at all, Ed." And for a single point. You missed out the word "the" Flyboy. Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes. So yes, his famous ending scene. I'm not going to beg spoilers or post spoilers for a film that was released in 1968. But yes, at the end of the film, Charlton Heston's character realises that it was Earth the entire time. How did the Statue of Liberty end up on the... Very good, Jack Wilfred. So maybe I just misunderstood that film all those years ago. So I'm not actually spoiled it. It's actually just a plot hole, is what's going on there. Indeed so. And that sound doesn't mean it's the end of the round. It just means I've pressed the end of round button, but that's for the wrong game. That is, though, the end of round 2. Let's drain that puzzle and check out the scores. Well, it's quite interesting. Ralph still has the lead with 34. Inca's in second with 33. And then we've got Clive, Sam, Shapes, and Toot, and Toucan all on 31. Matt and Summermol are on 30. AB, me, and Zeus are on 29. Fluffy Beans and Oni, Cola, and Mark all have 28. Connors and Silver Electron, Tigo, Yoniak, you've all got 26. JR, Nando, SJ, and Top, you've got 25. Clayton's on 24. Michael and Simpsons Angle on 22. Jack, Kegler, Policy, you've all got 21. Solomon's got 20. Shirty, Goth, Vertigo, you've got 19. Conrad, you're on 18. Puzzle Dancer, you're on 16. CJ and Matt and Silent Marine on 15. Flyboy on 14. Marcini on 7. And Moon Raider on 4. Jogging is nostalgic for 60s films. So it would seem, Sam. So it would seem. Welcome to the stream, by the way, my dude. Hope you're well. Shall we have another round? Yeah, why not? Round 3. It's any other name, and in this round you're going to be presented with 5 clues, but no category. All of those clues will be different descriptions of the same word or phrase. The faster you solve it, the more points you win. Simple as that. As before, if you think you've got half an idea, it might be worth a guess, because it could be worth some extra points if you get it early. If not, the longer you wait, the more clues you will get. Before all that, though, here's a message from our sponsor, Oni91_573.
Why does it tell me that I have the anniversary now? Oh well, IT53.
IT53 sounds like the name of a science fiction movie. It 53. It is indeed 53 months only. Although weirdly, you've been subscribed for 53 months, but you've resubscribed for 54 months. So which is it? One of the two. Thank you very much for the subscription there, Oni, and for your ever-present contributions to Game Night. Oni, for what it's worth, as I mentioned in the announcements and in the What's On Schedule guide, Oni has, this season, will be celebrating his 100th pack for game night. So make sure you come along to that, because he's going to be co-hosting a couple of games with me just before the mid-season break. So the mid-season finale, if you like, which is Thursday the 7th, I think, of August. Oni is going to be joining me for that. So Oni, thank you as ever for the support and for that 53 or possibly 54-month subscription. So, yes, all 5 clues will be different descriptions of the same word or phrase. So, without any further ado, fingers on devices, let's go to puzzle number 1. For 5. The Blank, 60s rock band fronted by Roy Wood. For 4, a sessile organism cannot do this on its own. Spokes, welcome on in. Lovely to have you. For 3, PlayStation's motion controller launched in 2010. Of course, joining the game triggers a reordering of the board. For 2, a player's turn in chess. And for a single point, to relocate to a new home. There's one word that fits all of those descriptions, and the word is move. The move, yeah, so quite a few players going for wizard early on. Spokes, welcome on in, great to have you with us. But yeah, the move was a 60s rock band fronted by Roy Wood, went on to form Wizard a little later on. A sessile organism is one that is immobile, cannot move of its own accord. Of course, the PlayStation Move, which was piggybacking off the Wii's relative success. A move in chess and to relocate is to move home or to move house. So very well done. If you got move, let's drain that puzzle. And let's go on to puzzle number 2. In any other name, no category. Here we go. For 5. Original name for radar countermeasure, now known as chaff. Or chaff, if you prefer. For 4. Overton's shifting spectrum of acceptable political beliefs. Quite a few getting it from that one. For 3, a period of time to take a desired action. For 2, an individual open application on a computer. Ah, welcome on in, Proogs. How are you doing? Great to have you with us. For a single point now, a pane of glass used for letting in light. You go get some food, Proogs. Lovely to have you with us. Yes, we're back as of tonight. Got some data leak right now. Those are all windows. Window is what we're after there. Very well done. If you got that, let's train the puzzle. Yes, we're all... Yes, good luck, have food. GLHF. Let's have another one. Another puzzle for you. Puzzle number 3. For 5. A type of overdriven sound associated with guitars. Well done to JR getting that solved for 5. For 4 now, an abdominal floor exercise. For 3, term for excessive unpaid overtime in software development. For 2, the big blank, logical theory for how the universe collapses. Collapses, and not what started. For everyone who's writing bang at the moment. For 1, usually satisfying texture of hard and brittle foodstuffs. That is crunch. Crunch is what we're after there. Yeah, the Big Bang is the theory for how the universe started. The theory for how the universe will end is the Big Crunch. So it's all going to collapse back in and then probably go all over again with another Big Bang. Odds are we won't be around to see that, since it's probably not going to happen for at least another 30 or 40 billion years. Yeah, crunch in the software development industry. Anyone who works in software or game development will possibly be familiar with this rather unpleasant experiences when deadlines are approaching and the thing just needs to get done. It's referred to as crunch, where you end up pulling 16, 17 hour days with the solar, then be damned the health and mental health and physical health of your employees. Shit's got to get done. Crunch time, indeed. Well done. If you got some points out of that, let's drain that puzzle. I might just clear the logs out because I'm getting a little bit of lag at my end as we go on to puzzle number 4. For 5. 2014 film based on hiker Cheryl Strayed. Well done, Spooks and Tiggo and Nando. None of them wasting any time on that one. Very well played. For 4. NHL franchise located in Minnesota. I don't know why I said that like that, but there we go. For 3. Acting in an aggressive, untamed manner. For 2, the card in Uno that gives the player a free choice of colour. And for a single point, an undomesticated animal and its surroundings. Those are all Wild, the film based on the hiker Cheryl Strayed, which I can't say I've seen. NHL Wild are the Minnesota Wild, rather, is the NHL franchise. And yeah, if you're acting wild, you might refer to that's wild, is an aggressive, untamed manner. Of course, wild animals as opposed to domesticated animals. Well done, you've got some points. One more in this any other name round, and let's take a look at our first clue for 5. Homicide blank, nom de jeu of Detective Joe Kender in a true crime TV show. It's a single word that we're after. For 4, first name of lobbyist who was pardoned by his father Joe in 2024. Oh, a lot of people getting it from that one. See if anyone gets it from this. First H for 3 in pro wrestler Triple H's full stage name. For 2, alternative name for the Orion constellation. And for a single point, Greek goddess Artemis's job, technically. This is my girlfriend for always watching Joe Kender. Yeah, Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley is Triple H's full stage name. Remember watching WWE, WWF is what I started watching, then it became the WWE. But yes, Orion the Hunter, the constellation of the night sky, most famous for the 3 stars that make up his belt. And yeah, it was Hunter Biden, that was Joe Biden, was the father in question. And Artemis, yes, the goddess of the hunt. And nom de jeu, yeah, nom de jeu of Detective Joe Kender is Homicide Hunter. So very well done if you got some points out of that. Let's train that puzzle and check out the scores at the end of round 3. Well, there's a little bit of a change at the top. We've now got Inca and Toot sharing the lead with 51 points apiece. Sam is in second with 49. Clive, Matt and Ralph all tied up in third with 48. Shapes and Zeus on 46. AB Me's got 45. Mark on 44. JR and Yoniak on 43. Holy Shit New Font, aka Oni, and Tigo and Tukun are all on 42. Clayton and Fluffy have 41. SJ Summermole, they've got 39. Cola and Michael and Silver Electron and Top on 38. Connors and Jack and Nando have got 37. Kegler and Pollister, sorry, I beg your pardon, Kegler's on 35, Pollister's on 33, CJ, Shirty Goff and Simpsons Angler on 32, Flyboy's on 28, Conrad and Silent Marina Solomon on 26, Vertigo 25, Puzzle Dancer 23, Ref and Spokes on 17, Moon Raider on 14 and Marcini on 12. You sent me a picture, JR. That is very much a picture. His first aristocrat gimmick. That looks like it was after my time. I sort of stopped watching wrestling in about 2001. Went through a bit of a phase of it in the late noughties, sort of 2009, 2010. And then sort of, yeah, I got the nostalgia hit and decided, yeah, that's enough of that for now. But more power to you if it's something you're still interested in. It obviously makes a lot of money, whatever it does. So it's obviously popular with a decent cross-section of people. Let's play on. Round 4. This is the clue chain, and in this round you're going to be presented with a category and a single word or phrase that will gradually have more letters added to it. The faster you solve it, the more points you win. But bear in mind, in this round your spelling must be exact. Exact spelling to the letter, including any spaces, diacritics. Not diacritics, there are no diacritics. Any spaces or non-alphanumeric characters like hyphens and full stops. I don't think there are any this week, but just in case there are. It's not case sensitive, so you can do uppercase, lowercase, or a mixture of both. It won't care, but your spelling must be exact. Something I've noted down that I didn't get around to doing, mainly because I only spotted it today. I realised the crossword clues, as in the number of letters in each word, are displayed on the Unicon, but not on the graphics, and they're not on the operator. So that's something that will be going in next season. It's not a it's not an earth-shatteringly disappointing omission. So, yeah, but it's already been noted, just in case anyone was thinking about giving me a little suggestion. So, clue chain, fingers on devices. We're looking for our first puzzle, an opera and its setting for 5. Very well done, Zeus. For 4, Sam's there now as well, as is Nando and Innes. Mind your spellings. For 3 now. For 2. And for a single point. Lots of people getting that. It is the Pirates of Penzance and Cornwall. I was really hoping, TVP, that someone was going to put the answer that you've just put in. I think it'd make a really good spoof. Unfortunately, it's an R, not an L. The Pilates of Penzance and Cornwall would be an excellent opera that I would pay money to see, the Pilates of Penzance, but it was the Pirates of Penzance, which is the one with the, I am the very model of a modern major general of information, vegetable, animal, and mineral, and so on. It's like the Pilates of Penzance. I'm going to have a look through some of these very message suggestions in just a moment. I'll look through them at the end of the game, though. Yes, it is. It's a Gilbert and Sullivan operetta, is what it is. Well done. If you got some points out of that, let's drain the puzzle. Then Saget drink. That's not a thing, is it? Ooh, RNG looks like it's being a bit rotten on this one, so let's see what you can do with it. As we go on to puzzle number 2, we are looking for TV Dad's sales pitch for 5. And for 4. Well done, Matt. Blue Pine as well. And Mark. 3 points now. It's a really rotten RNG on this one, I have to say. It's done your dirty here for 2. It's a little bit more helpful. The 1 for 1 is, yeah, it's just like saying, oh, you couldn't get it from that, try it from this. There we go. That's I sell propane and propane accessories is the TV Dad's sales pitch. That's yeah, RNG's done. It's done you dirty there, chap. As RNG, very, very, very tight on the clues being dished out on 1 on the 5, 4, 3, and 2, and then 1 it's just going to give you all of the letters apart from 2. So yeah. That's the way it goes sometimes. The RNG, that's what it does for you. Let's drain that puzzle and move on to puzzle number 3. Very clever puzzle. I like this one a lot. Puzzle number 3, we're looking for musical fruits. It is right. It's just random because they can. No numbers were generated. And for 4. And 2. And for 1. That's a nice RNG because it's not necessarily a gimme on the 1-pointer. It's Fiona Apple and Nina Cherry, or possibly Nena Cherry. Fiona Apple and Nenna Cherry, who are both musicians with fruits in their names. Next, full title of a Fiona Apple album. Yeah, they're music. I can't say I'd heard of them either until I came to proof this pack this afternoon, but I thought it was a very clever puzzle, and quite a few people obviously had heard of them. A couple of people getting it on the 4 and 3 point marks, so very well done there. Let's train that puzzle. Yeah, Fiona Apple. I think she's related to Tim Apple, the CEO of Apple. Puzzle number 4. We're looking for cuisine of Washington State for 5. I'm expecting 1 or 2 5s here, maybe. I am wrong for 4. There's a 4 though from Inca and from Mark as well. And a few others now too. And for 3, Nana. Oh, Nana Cherry. Oh, there you go. For 2. That's maybe valid, Mark. That's maybe valid. It's half the fun though, isn't it? For a single point. Could it possibly be tossed salad and scrambled eggs? Or maybe even scrambled eggs. Yes, this is the famous refrain from the Frasier end credits scene, which is of course set in Seattle, Washington. Good night, everybody. I'm assuming that is a Frasier reference, which I have not seen. I was never getting into Frasier or Cheers. It's a little bit before my time, possibly. I probably quite enjoy them, but yeah, slightly before my time. Anyway, well done. If you got some points out of that, let's drain that puzzle. And one final one in this clue chain round. We're looking for an event and an infraction for 5. Famous quote of Frasier from Frasier. For 4. Not a million miles off there, Nando, but not that one. For 3. There you go. Well played. Not quite coming in the 4, just sneaking in after the 3 there. Maybe me getting there now as well. And only 2. And for 2 points. What's your typing there, JR? For 1 point now. Yeah, that stray L has done you dirty there, JR. Show jumpling and first refusal isn't going to scan, unfortunately. But show jumping and first refusal. This is a phenomenon in show jumping where the horse refuses to jump over the first fence, which is a tremendous shame for them and the jockey.
What a shame.
Indeed. Very well done. If you managed to solve that one, a slightly trickier round, I think, in some of those clue chains there, but you've all done jolly well and lots of points going out. Let's drain that puzzle and take a cursory glance at the scores. Well, my goodness gracious me. Inca is in the lead. Clear lead of 4 points on 67. 4 points ahead of Toot, who's in second with 63. We've got Matt in third with 61. Clive and Mark just a point behind on 61. Ralph a point behind that on 60. Sam a point behind that, 58, 59. Zeus a point behind that on 58. Shapes a point behind that on 57. AB, me, and Oni a point behind that on 56. Then we just start to open up slightly. Tigo, Yoni, Yak on 54. Fluffy's on 52. JR, Nando, and Toucan on 50. Clayton and Silver Electron on 48. Jack and Michael on 47, Cola and Summermole and Top on 45, SJ on 44, Carner is on 42, Kegler on 40, CJ and Stimpson's Angle on 38, Polister on 37, Shirty Goth on 36, Vertigo 34, Conrad 32, Silent Marie 31, Solomon 31, Flyboy 30, Puzzle Dancer and Spokes on 27, Refs on 24, Moon Raiders on 20, Marcini's on 13, and Prugs, who is eating, has just joined us, so he's yet to score, but can play at least in the last round, see if we can get some points and some pennies out of this game. Yes, welcome on into the game, Bruce. Hope you're keeping well. One more round. It's round 5. And it is the content filter in its new home as round number 5, which might lead to some slightly more variation in who's getting which points could lead to some more upsets in this final round. We will have to wait and see. But we've had our blur round in round 2, and so we have our content filter in round 5. Very similar to round 1, except you're going to be presented with a category and 5 shorter clues, all of which will be contained within or connected to the answer. So very similar to round 1, except you get shorter clues. Faster you solve it, more points you win. Simple as that. Proogs, ice-eating. I will tell you, Kegler, that is how I read it the first time I saw it. When I saw the name come up, I thought, Proogs, ice-eating. Thank you for telling us, Proogs. I'm glad that you are seating. Oh, you're eating, I see. Right. If you're all ready, fingers on buzzers, everybody. It is the content filter. Puzzle number 1. We are looking for a landmark for 5. The Labours of Hercules. Proogs, sis, eating. For 12 Doric columns. For 3, a quadriga. No salts? Yeah. Oh, there's 1. For 2, Pariser Platz, Germany. Not actually in Brandenburg. That is the Brandenburg Gate. That's a landmark. Yeah, the Labours of Hercules feature prominently on the gate. And I was today years old when I realised the Brandenburg Gate is not actually in Brandenburg. It's in Berlin, which is a 90-minute drive from Brandenburg. And this was news to me. I turned to my girlfriend at the time and I said, "Did you know the Brandenburg Gate wasn't in Brandenburg?" And she went, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, okay. It's just me then." Yeah, indeed. Shame on me, Topper. Shame on me. Right, very well done though. If you got that, quite a few late answers coming in, but this is what can happen when we've got this round at the end. Let's see what happens as we drain that puzzle. And we go on to puzzle number 2, and we are looking for, and you're validated, Shapes. You're validated. You should get the start of this puzzle. You don't get the puzzle if you revalidate halfway through, I don't think, in this game. But you should get the start of this one. You shouldn't need to revalidate again. Fingers crossed, let me know if you have any problems. The last word of this category is... Well, there's one answer that is probably not... You'll see what I mean. I'll explain it at the end. But hopefully this gives you enough to go on. Category number 2... is a type of shop. For 5, slit lamp. Well done, Zeus. Picking up 5 points there. For 4, fundoscope. Fundoscope. Sounds like someone who hasn't quite got the hang of their THs down saying fundoscope. For 3, sphere and cylinder measurements. A lot of people in the right ballpark, but not quite getting there yet. For 2, Snellen chart. This should be a good giveaway if you know what one of those is. And for 1, Specsavers. Or if you're like me, go to Boots. Opticians. Yeah, opticians. I suppose it is a shop because you buy glasses from there, but it's also a sort of medical facility, I guess. We did also accept optometrist. That was the one that I thought, and that was me who added that one in, because I thought you do get them all there, but an optometrist is technically not a shop either. So, yeah, but we accepted optometrist or opticians. I see, which is why I don't get to an opticians. Where's the button? There it is. Yeah, optometrist, opticians, or optician is what we wanted there. Very well done. And look at this. Scores closing down as we drain that puzzle. Scores closing together. Toots closed that gap down to just a single point. He's on a very nice 69. Inca still with the lead with 70, but with 3 puzzles to go. Matt currently in 3rd, but still just a point ahead of Clive, Ralph, Sam, and Zeus, and just 2 points ahead of Mark. Still much to play for as we go on to puzzle number 3. We're looking for a country. Yes, ophthalmologist would also probably have worked. Wasn't an accepted answer this time. For 5, strawberry switchblade. Why am I not surprised only got this? And shapes as well. For 4, Cocteau twins. 3, Texas. My beloved. For 2, Lewis Capaldi. And for 1, the Proclaimers. Them what would walk 500 miles and them what would walk 500 more. They're from Scotland. I did mention to jogging. Wouldn't it be a major rug pull just put Texas as the first clue? Watch everyone put USA and get it wrong. But yes, these are all bands and artists that hail from Scotland. Very well done if you got some points out of that. Inca maintaining, or rather Toot maintaining the pressure on Inca, but Inca managing to keep his cool, managing to get the same score as Toot there. Let's drain the puzzle. Inca still top, Toot still second. We've now got a tie, Matt and Sam having a tied 69 there. Oh, goodness me. With 2 puzzles to go, pressure on, and there's lots of people clawing at their heels. And anyone from Fluffy upwards could technically still claim the bronze, because there's still 10 points up for grabs. Let's take a look at puzzle number 4. We are looking for a TV show. For 5, best quality vacuum. Well done, Zeus. For 4, Vamonos Pest. For 3, Grey Matter Technologies. For 2, Saul Goodman and Associates. A lot of people getting it from that. And for 1, Los Pollos Hermanos. Yes, I did wear this shirt on purpose when I knew this question. There wasn't foreshadowing. I proved the pack, saw it was coming up, and I thought, I've got a shirt on, Shapes. Got a shirt on. I checked that apparently I'm allowed to be shirtless on Twitch anyway. Apparently. I know that might be appealing to some, but I decided no, I'll just turn the fan on and put a shirt on. I haven't got that much body confidence. I've got some, but not that much. You like that, would you, Clive? Yeah, it's Breaking Bad. I've got a note here from Joggy. The technical correct answer is Breaking Bad, but he's put most. I actually think it's all of these shows, apart from possibly Vamonos Pest, show up or are referenced in the spin-off Better Call Saul. So we did accept both of those as answers, either Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. And yeah, Los Pollos Hermanos. I saw this question was coming up. I thought, wouldn't it be fun to wear the Los Pollos Hermanos shirt as well? Which is exactly what I did. What larks. Anyway, let's drain the puzzle. Also, I will never shut up talking about Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Breaking Bad is the greatest show you will ever see, apart from possibly The Wire. I will never stop talking about Breaking Bad. It's a Family Guy line, but it is also true. Right, one final puzzle. What's the scores? Inca has got a 1-point lead against Toot. Toot has 2 points clear of Zeus, who's 1 clear of Sam, who's 1 clear of Matt, who's 1 clear of Ralph, who's 1 clear of Clive, who's 1 clear of Shapes, who's 1 clear of Mark, who's 1 clear of Odie, who's 1 clear of Tig. Go down the whole log. That's the natural conclusion. Very best of luck to you all. It's everyone's favourite category for puzzle number 5. Sport. For 5, Deng Yapping. A lot of fast 5s in here, including Sam. For 4, first to 11. Matt has got there for 4. Zeus has got there for 4. Toot is there for 4. For 3, Penfold Grip. Inca's got there for 3. Ties the top spot. Very well played. And it's going to be Matt who takes the bronze. For 2, ITTF governing body, it's going to be Matt who takes the bronze. It's going to be Zeus and Sam who share a silver, and Toot and Inca who share that gold. And for a single point, Whiff Waff 2008 closing ceremony. It is, of course, table tennis. These are all rules or people associated with or alternative names for table tennis. So very well done if you managed to get it. We also accepted ping pong as an answer on that one as well. Wow, Clive, you were right. Putting that round at the end really does make it a bit of a race to the finish line. So good call. Claps for Clive, I think. Although it's not worked out for you because you've got out on the bubble and would have gotten a verdigris medal if such a thing existed in this part of the world. But alas, not to be. Let's drain that puzzle and check out the final scores at the end of the game. It is indeed Matt who takes the bronze medal, just sneaking ahead of Clive a single point. Clive finishing on 74. Oh, could have had such joy.
What a shame.
But not to be. So it's Matt with the bronze on 75. Zeus and Sam 2 points ahead take a joint silver on 77. But it's a tie at the top with 79 points apiece. First gold medalists of season 19 for Data Leak. With 79 points are Inca and Toot. Well done, everybody. Well, give Clive the clap. Yes, I think we should. Good game, everybody. Good game. And very many thanks as well to PL Jogging, for what I thought was a very well-pitched pack of Data League. A lovely game to open the season. So really great stuff there, Jogging. Thank you very much for your efforts. I remember Jogging actually messaged me last season and said, I know you've closed the applications, but can I just submit you a pack of Data League? So I've got an idea. This is like 4 episodes into season 18. I said, yeah, by all means, submit it, and I'll pencil it into 19 somewhere. So it made sense to put it into the first episode because I knew it was sort of there, ready to go, and wouldn't have been loads of pressure on the writers. The writers only get like 2 weeks in between seasons to write stuff rather than more time than that. So thank you very much, Jogging. A really nice opening pack that seems to go down very well with everyone here. So thank you, and thank you everybody else for taking part. And Inca, congratulations on your gold medal and welcome to the stream. And Toot, congratulations on your gold medal as well, but you were already here, so I don't need to say hello to you again. Right, well, it's just coming up to 9:30 here, so I think what we're going to do is take a little break. I'm going to play a little bit more funk music for you if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, I'm afraid you're going to hear some adverts, which I didn't play at the start of the stream. I probably should have done, because it means pre-rolls get disabled, but it only pre-rolls will get disabled moving forward, which is a good thing. But we won't start the next game without you, so if you do get some adverts, take it as an opportunity to go get some more snacks, go get some more drinks, go stretch your legs, nip to the loo if you need to. We'll be back in about 5 minutes time. I'll do a little bit of continuity, tell you what's coming up in the season, and we'll get on with our second feature game for this evening's season premiere of Game Night Season 19, which is DangerZone, as written by Fluffy Bunny. You may recall we had some tech issues last season with Fluffy Bunny's DangerZone pack, and we weren't able to slot it in. Now, Fluffy Bunny has very kindly gone back and replaced the 2 rounds that we saw in the previous game with replacement questions. Very cleverly, they've also managed to maintain the theme that was running through that game as well, which is even better. So we look forward to actually playing that out to its conclusion in just a few minutes' time. So ad breaks coming up. Go stretch your legs, get some more drinks. Really, really important to stay hydrated because it's very, very hot at the moment. So make sure you take this opportunity to go stretch your legs, and we'll be back with even more quiz in about 5 minutes' time. Thank you again to Jogging. Congratulations to our medalists. You've been playing Data Leak, and I'll see you in a few minutes for even more Game Night. See you soon. And don't go away, because when we come back, we have got even more quiz for you here at Game Night, the Season 19 premiere party. We're going to be having DangerZone as written by Fluffy Bunny, proofed by a combination of me and Inca. Thank you to both Fluffy and to Inca for their help to Fluffy for writing and to Inca for their help with proofing. Go get some drinks, stretch your legs, stay hydrated. I'll be back in a few minutes' time. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Well, hello again. Everyone get a drink. Everyone gets to go straight to their legs and everything. I hope you're ready for even more quiz. Are we done? Yeah, we're done there. Cool. Good. Lovely. Well, like I said, it's lovely to be back here after 3 streams off. I just want to bring your attention to a couple of bits in the schedule that we've got for Season 19. Obviously, Season 19 is going on until the beginning of September. Relatively short season, but this seems to be the MO that I'm sort of going for at the moment. Sort of, 2 episodes a week. It's sort of like 10-week seasons, give or take, 9-10-week seasons. This one is 9 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 9 weeks, but with a break in the middle. So it's gonna feel a little bit short, but I think it's more important to focus on delivering, high quality content, if I can use that word, which I don't love, but high quality content, and giving writers sort of a break in between season, because writers say season 18 was consistently solid writing, and I have no reason to think this is going to be any different. So a few we're content with what you did. Very good, Briggs. Just a few things to bring to your attention. Obviously, we've got all the regular trivia on Thursdays and Saturdays. I'm off for 2 streams in August, 9th and 14th of August. That's a Saturday and a Thursday. The Saturday, I'll be going up to my parents for that weekend. I'm going to meet my niece for the first time. I've got the Burton 10K on the Sunday, doing parkour with my brother on the Saturday, things like that. Just general catch up with my parents. The Thursday after that, I'm not quite sure where I'll be, but I'm off work that week, so it's entirely possible I will be elsewhere. But things to look forward to. Thursday the 7th of August, which is like the mid-season finale. I'm going to be joined by our very own Oni91_573 in person, as he co-hosts a couple of games with me, including one that he's written. We're going to be playing Battlefront Money Box and Risky Business, and that will be to celebrate Oni's 100th question pack for game night. That's on the 7th of August, mid-season finale. I do hope you'll come along and support, because Oni's been a massive asset to this community over the last 5 or 6 years, and 100 question packs from, I think, pretty much every game I think you've written for, Oni, haven't you? Which, it's going to be lovely to have him here, and I'm sure it'll be full of banter as per usual. My birthday stream this year is going to be Saturday the 23rd of August, which is slightly before my birthday, but I thought I'd rather do the celebration on the Saturday than do it after my birthday on the Thursday stream. So we've got Data Elite, Risky Business, and the relaunch of The Pyramid for my birthday stream this year, 23rd of August. And that is the other thing to bring to your attention, is that The Pyramid is coming back this season with complete reskin, very slightly altered rules, which will hopefully be easier to follow. I've had a quick chat with Lewis about some rule changes, but broadly speaking, it'll be the same format, but just probably a bit slicker and easier to understand. So lots of things going on over the course of season 19. I mentioned in the Discord, I quite like to do a tournament. I love the idea of doing another Buzz-Off tournament, but I haven't got the time or the headspace to organise and manage it all, I don't think. So, I thought about maybe doing an intense week of stuff, but I know I'm going to be a bit all over the place in August and September. September's crazy with work. I'm supposed to be in the process of moving house at the moment, which is likely to come into its own towards the end of August / beginning of September, with a view to actually moving in October. So my head may be elsewhere. So I think it's something I'll maybe kick down the road to season 20, which will probably be a longer season, because that's likely to go from the end of September all the way up to Christmas. So that's sort of thinking way ahead. In the immediate future, obviously I'm back for tonight, and then I'm back next week, Thursday and Saturday. Thursday the 17th of July, we've got Crossfire, as written by BC, The Purge, as written by Samster, and The Escape Artist, as written by JR. So that's going to be an intense stream on Thursday. Plus The Purge and The Escape Artist, 2 of my earliest formats and 2 of the most intense, along with Crossfire, which involves actual murder at the beginning. That should be a good stream this Thursday evening, and 3 great writers on there, BC, Sam and JR. If you're just here for the weekend streams, next Saturday we've got Battlefront by Lingo, Distinction by Dogfish, and Risky Business by Stimpson's Angle. That's next Saturday the 19th of July at 8 p.m. BST. Over the road on Ash's stream, and I was fortunate enough to catch some of Ash's stream last night. I was on in the background whilst I did the graphics for season 19 here. Let's give him a little shout out. He is into the denouement of his season 17 at the moment. Did that shout out? Did that work? Yes, it did. He's into the denouement of season 17 just now, and he's got one more episode. Just one more episode. That's next Wednesday, the 16th of July, where he's going to be playing Brain Teaser and Who Dares Wins. Only the 2nd or 3rd time I think that's made an appearance. I believe Ash is then off for the majority of the summer. He's taking a few weeks off. I don't think he's got the burnout thing like I had back in March and April, but I think he's just taking some time to regroup and gather his thoughts, and probably get on with the backlog of jobs that he's got, because I know he's got the list of things that need doing. So hopefully we might see him around a little bit on on this side of the woods, this side of the street. But yeah, go give him a little follow if you're not doing so already. He does great stuff over there, and go catch his season finale on Wednesday, July the 16th at 8 p.m. BST over on twitch.tv/AT_bash. I think that covers everything. Other than to say, it's really nice to be back. Thank you everyone for coming back, for all the subs and the bits that have come in tonight. It's you're never quite sure when you take a slightly extended break. It wasn't a massive extended break, but anytime you take a break, you worry you're going to come back with all your audience will have jumped ship. But it's been really encouraging to see everyone come back and have nice consistent viewer numbers tonight. So thank you very much, and I hope you're enjoying the season premiere. We're going to go into our second feature game at just approaching 20 to 10. It is DangerZone. It's been written by Fluffy Bunny. It's the pack that should have been played last season, but due to tech issues had to be discontinued. Fluffy has replaced the questions that we've seen that we saw in that previous game, so this will be all new trivia. Very grateful to Inca, who proofed the original pack. I've then proofed the new questions that have come in. The theme is consistent. And as before, you will need a universal controller. If you didn't get into either of the first games tonight, there's a new build for that. So if you like to use the standalone versions, make sure you download the latest. And if you're on WebGL, you will need to revalidate when you join. Yes, go get the universal controller. As we get into our second headline game for tonight, it's DangerZone, as written by Fluffy Bunny. Welcome to DangerZone, and if you want to play, ZGKT is the room code. There's the universal controller, and apologies I left the mic on over the opening titles there, because it meant the fan was probably in the background. Hopefully I didn't make any strange popping noises into the microphone, as I do have a tendency to do from time to time. Come join the game. Colin, Maxio, welcome both of you to the stream. How lovely to have you here. Welcome back to season 19 of Game Night. Come and join, come and join. We've got room for 40 in this lobby, up to 28 already, which is very encouraging. There's a soft anytime entry on this, so if you join after round 1, you immediately get put into the boneyard. Something I need to do, actually, I should probably make a note. Oh, I didn't. Oh. The bot text. Which bot text, BC? In the app itself, the app should say 0.6.6, does it not? Sorry, I'm just looking at suggestions now. The other thing I need to do, find smart way of updating tiebreaker questions in DangerZone, because at the moment there's no way of telling how many are left, and we end up getting repeats. There's only about 6 in there. We don't get them every episode. Oh, hello, Lewis. Welcome to season 19, my dude. Lovely to have you here. Hope you keep it well. Let me ping BC back. See what he means. On the copyright bit of the app somewhere. I'm not sure quite what you mean, BC, on that suggestion. Oh, from the bot on Twitch? That I did update that. I made a point of doing that before stream. Yeah, 0.6.6. That's right, isn't it? I think it's 0.6.6. I'll let BC clear it up there. But that is definitely something. Version numbers are... Didn't say it up here. Let's have a look. Replying to... Oh. Oh, there are 2 bots? Oh, I know what you mean. You mean this one, don't you? Yeah, that's the one. I know what you mean. That's fine. That's an easier change. Yeah, I've got it now. Got it. So I updated the one on Nightbot, which I thought that's the one I'm more likely to forget, and then forgot to do it inside the operator. Let me reply to you again. BC means inside the operator message from quick commands. Oops. Currently still on 0.6.5. Yeah, I'll do that after stream. Thank you, mate, for pointing that out. That is... So I've got to update it in so many places now, because I've still got the Nightbot commands that do it, which means other people can type !app. Because, yeah, what I did originally, the operator just sent that command into the chat and then Nightbot triggered it, but now the operator directly sends its own message, rather than... Which is why you get Nightbot doing that one, and you get Persephone's bot doing that one. Yeah, because they're coming from a different set. That's all good. Right. Right. 34 players. Very encouraging. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ah, Wooly back. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. Hope you've enjoyed the hiatus and you're enjoying the weather at the moment. We're going to have a quick look at the penny bank because quite a few people have already claimed some micro penny cash-ins from 10,000 micro pennies to cash in for 1,000 pennies. Front of the season's often a good place to do it, but we've got Sam in the lead with 38.74. I think Plinko helped for that as well. Naughty Goth's in second with 34.49. Odie's in third with 24.79 at the moment. One of the things on the list that I didn't get around to in the hiatus is to update the penny bank online so that it looks more like the one I use in the operator. Yeah, try to get those pennies in early. It's also very nice to see we've got 48 players on the current season leaderboard, which means 48 people have actively engaged with Game Night in the one episode, plus possibly the tail end of last season. Yeah, it's all good. Very gratifying. Right, 34 players in. I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and then we're going to start the game. One more beer. One more see-through beer. Because it's green. 49 because I intended to play Plinko and that counts as an interaction. Instead you went to sleep. Well, how about this then, Lewis? Then that will officially count as an interaction. Yay! We've only got 10 seconds. Who else is going to get in? There you go. That's it. Time up. Just 9 of you. No, it's over. Yay, 49 interactions. Poggers. It was a short one. Just a short one. Which means Lewis is 49th of 49 at the moment. Come on, load. 49 of 49 with a single penny. Right, countdown. 10 seconds. And then we are going to play Danger Zone. Welcome in the nick of time there, Clayton. 35 players. And that's time up. Right, let's lock you in. So, the rules of Danger Zone are simple. Oh, power flicker, that's not what you want. They're simple. Stay out of the Danger Zone. The faster you answer questions, the more points you get. You get points equal to, or the first player to get a question right gets points equal to the number of players still in the live game. Players in the Danger Zone at the end of the round, which is 5 questions, will be eliminated from the game. The rest of the rules, you'll pick up as we go. Let's take a look at... That's not a sentence bit. Oh, bloody hell, go away. Let's take a look at the first category. Blank by blank. 5 questions in this round. Multiplying will double your points for the question. Nerfing in this round will earn you 17 points. That's half the number of players rounded down. You may use either help once this round, but not both. Make sure you use it because if you survive the round, you will be given it back going into the next round. If you don't survive the round, you get it, you lose it anyway. You don't have any helps in the Boneyard game. You cannot stockpile helps, so there's no point hanging on to it to use them all in a later round. Use it or lose it, but you can only use one of those helps, so don't be asking me, oh, I doubled on that first question, but I can't nerf the next question. Why is that? That's why. And yes, you click the ×2 instead of the answer if you want to double it. Bear in mind, if you double and you get it wrong, double nothing is still nothing. So that is a wasted help. Sometimes if you think lots of players are going to get it right and you're late answering, sometimes a nerf can get you more points than a correct multiplier. You will have to judge it in the moment. Yeah, same answer, yes. That sort of thing, Lewis. Same answer as previously. And just to clarify, all questions or answers will contain a phrase in the form blank by blank. Okay? So it's shape fine. Yes. Rounded down is Lewis's catchphrase. Please give him another penny. I will not. Right. Blank by blank is the opening round. Fingers on devices or multiple choice here. Very best of luck to you all. This pack written by Fluffy Bunny finally getting played to its conclusion. All being well, touch wood, tonight. Good luck. Let's play Danger Zone. Stand By Your Man was a 1975 UK #1 for which country artist? Crystal Gale, Tammy Wynette, Loretta Lynn, or Dolly Parton? Tough one to start with. Tammy Wynette is the answer. I have no further notes for you on that. It just was. Well done if you got some points on there. Mark was fastest, Shape second, Sam third, Vertigo fourth, and with a multiplier, Oni was fifth. Vertigo and Naughty Goth multiplying and getting it right. Stimson's Angle, Matt the Sprat, and Natter multiplying and getting it wrong. That help is gone. You won't get it back. You're going to have to do something drastic if you want to survive this round. Let's reorder the board. Orange Danger Zone means we've got a tie. That's a lot of names in there. We can only lose the de facto Danger Zone size, which I think is 6 at the moment. So we must resolve that before the end of the round. For now, yes, it's like British prisons in there. It's all a bit crowded. You're going to be running over each other. But the Z-axis is off. The Y-axis is offset by like 0.0001 for each disc, so they don't actually Z-fight, even though it's on the Y-axis, which is encouraging. So you all slide over and under each other beautifully. Isn't that nice? Just your standard 21-way tie. Yeah, let's play on and see if we can resolve that. Vertigo's got the lead. Poop, aka Naughty Goth, in second. Shapes is in third. Lots of help still available. Let's play on. Question 2. Quiz prison for 30 words. Question 2. Who produced the 1959 American spy thriller film North by Northwest? Stanley Kubrick, Franco Zeffirelli, Orson Welles, Alfred Hitchcock. A little easier on that one. Alfred Hitchcock is the answer. 1959 North by Northwest, which he did, I think it was a year or 2 years before Psycho, which he wanted to. I think he wanted to do something very different after North by Northwest, but they wouldn't fund Psycho, so he ended up using a TV. That's all I know about Psycho, and I'm not sure I've seen any Alfred Hitchcock films. If I haven't seen them for a while. Anyway, Alfred Hitchcock is the right answer. Mark was fastest, only second, Shapes third, Clive fourth, and Natter was fifth. Multipliers from Mark and Clive, as well as from Michael. All of them correct. Double points for all of you. Well played. Let's reorder the board. Still got an orange Danger Zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players in the Danger Zone. All but Stimpson have still got their help available, so still plenty of time to change it around. Mark's in the lead, Vertigo second, Shapes in third. Let's play on. Question 3. Which actress has a majority stake in the cosmetics and fashion brand Florence by Mills? Mila Jovovich, Millie Bobby Brown, Mila Kunis, Florence Pugh. Millie Bobby Brown, what was in or is in Stranger Things. One more season allegedly coming out later on this year, which I'm very much looking forward to. Though it's been so long since the last series, all of the actors playing the kids are now in their mid-20s, and it's been so long since the last series, I'm going to have to go back to the beginning and watch it all again anyway. That's not what the question was about. The question was about the cosmetics and fashion brand Florence by Mills, of which Millie Bobby Brown has a majority stake. Topper was fastest, Natter second, Mark third, Silver Electron fourth, and BC was fifth. One multiplier coming in from Connors, who was correct with his multiplier. Double points for you. 56 points there. Very well played, Connors. That should get you out of the... Well, you're not in the danger zone, but it should get you way up the board. Quite a few nerfs coming in, though. Paulister, Conradlak, Maxio Proves, Kirstuken, and Woollyback nerfing for the flat rate of 17 points. Let's see what it does to the scores as we reorder the board. We have, for the first time, got a standard Danger Zone size. Paulister, Jack, Danger, Flyboy, JR, Solomon, and Top 2. aka Zeus, I think. Most of them have got a help available. Paulister does not, but we've still got 2 questions to go. Mark's got the lead. Shapes is in second, still with a help notably. Poop, aka Naughty Goth, and Vertigo tied up in third with 84 at the moment. Remember, use those helps or lose them. 2 more questions in this round. You might as well use them because you can't stockpile them, and you can't take them into the boneyard, so use them or lose them. Let's go on. Question number 4. Poop must be the worst version of 2, possibly. If an alcoholic drink is 80 US proof, What is its alcohol by volume, aka ABV? 20, 50, 40, or 25%? That is a very full can of lager. There was more left in it than I thought there was, and I almost dropped it en route to my mouth, which would have been a tremendous shame. Yes, it would.
What a shame.
But it wasn't what a shame. 40% is the answer. In the US, alcohol proof is twice the alcohol by volume. Do people using the that's
Shame.
That's that one, Clayton. What a shame.
What a shame.
That's JC Denton from Deus Ex. Yeah, so in the US, alcohol proof is twice the alcohol by volume. In the UK, the measure UK proof was historically defined to be around 1.75 times alcohol by volume, but was superseded by ABV, which is why when you see 160% proof, odds are you buy like white spirit or something. But yeah, absinthe I've seen get pretty high, 45% ABV, which is like 90% proof. But yeah, if it's 80% US proof, it will be 40% ABV. CJ was fastest, under 2 seconds there, CJ, very well played. Oni was second in 2 seconds dead, with a multiplier as well. Zeus third with a multiplier. Mark was fourth, and BC was fifth with a multiplier. Nerfs coming in from Matt and Colin, and multipliers from BC, Lupine, Yoniak, Zeus, Oni, and Clayton. All of them correct. Very well played indeed. So, 2 seconds dead only. That's pretty good. But CJ, 1.89 seconds. Super, super answering there. Very well played. Let's reorder the board, see what it does to the scores. All change. Maxio top, JR, Stimson, Flyboy, Danger, and Solomon in the danger zone. Of them, Topper, JR, Flyboy, and Solomon have still got their helps available. Up at the other end, Mark has the lead. Power B, aka Oni's in second, Ralph's in third. Still a smattering of helps around. Remember, use them on this question or lose them. You won't be able to take them forward either into the boneyard or the next round. If you make it to the next round, you get it back anyway. So do use it if you want to maximise your chances of going through. One more question on blank by blank. Here it is. Which of these African countries is the largest by area? Libya, Algeria, Egypt, or Morocco? It's Algeria. It's actually the largest country in Africa with a total area of 2.38 million square kilometres. It big. It very big. Matt the ref, those YOLO strat. I'm assuming it's a YOLO strat because you got the answer in 0.38 seconds. It's not the fastest I've seen, but it's pretty bloody quick. 35 points to you. Well played. Mark was second in under 2 seconds. BC was third. Nata fourth. And Vertigo was fifth. Nerfs coming in from Silver Electron, Silent Marine, and CJ Binks for the flat rate of 17. Am I cooked because I forgot to double? We'll find out today. Multipliers coming in from JR Shapes, Topper, Flyboy, and Sam, who are all correct. Solomon and AB Me multiplying, but incorrect. So this could be a very interesting restructure of the board. A lot of double points coming in from players in the boneyard. Let's see if Polister drops into the danger zone. Matt maybe's got to worry. Yoniak, possibly Toucan. As high as Colin? Has Colin got to worry? Or top 2 about dropping into the danger zone? Let's find out as we reorder the board. And there we have it. The final scores come the end of that round. Jack and Cola electing not to use their helps, but both surviving. Mark finishes on top with 204. Sam in second with 163. And Oni in third with 159. Very well done to you three. You will get a little boost going into round 2. And you'll be joined there by Shapes, Ralph, Ben, Cheezen, Vertigo, Connor, Poop, Cola, Clayton, JR, Clive, Top 1, Conrad, CJ Binks, AB Me, Michael, Silverell, Wooly B, Jack, Top 2, Colin, Proogs, Toucan, Flyboy, and Maxio, all of whose points will reset to 0. Very well played indeed. We'll see you in round 2. You'll be joined there by Poop. Yes, you will. Like, yeah. I'm not going to go there. It does mean... Oh, Kegler, welcome to the game. Have you just saved Silent Marine from elimination? You may have just saved Silent Marine from elimination, or you may have activated the cheat code that gets you into round 2. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. Yoniak, Matt, Danger, Stimson, Polister, Kegler, and Solomon, and possibly Silent Marine, and possibly not Kegler, unfortunately, it is not to be on this occasion. Yoniak and possibly Silent Marine just missing out by a point. Let's find out. I don't know who's going to get eliminated. It might have just broken the game. I really must fix that bug because I knew about it a while back. Either way, thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the round. You're in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Silent Marine, pray. Alas not, Kegler has activated the cheat code. Anyone joining from this point onwards will be sent to the boneyard. I think I need to make it so that... I think the problem with people joining when there isn't a boneyard is that is more breaky than that one, but yeah. It's how it does it. I mean, that's on me. It's that very much that edge case where if you join after question 5 of round 1, but before round 2, where the scores have been established, you can join the game, but you don't technically register as being in the danger zone. Because if you join from now on, you will automatically go into the boneyard. Someone note that down, because I don't think that's on my to-do list, but that is a bug I really should fix. It's an edge case, but it's happened twice now, so that's not really good enough from me. So, apologies to Silent Marine, you could have had a reprieve, but no, it wasn't to be. And Kegler, you are through to round 2 without actually having to play round 1, so congratulations. Let's go on and take a look at the category for round number 2. Blank of blank. 5 questions in this round. Once again, multiplying will double your points for the question, and nerfing in this round will earn you 14 points, which is half the number of players rounded down. We've given you your helps back, so you can use both. You can either of them once, but you cannot use both. So either nerf or multiply, and as before, use it before the end of the round, or you will lose it. You can't stockpile them, and you can't take it into the boneyard. Mark is in the lead with 14, Sam with 9, Oni with 7, everyone else has been reset to 0. We've got a danger zone size of 7, which means we will lose 7 players at the end of this round. Let's see who can hang on and who will be zapped away. 5 round will start. Players that join late should be assigned to the boneyard to vote. I think the issue comes from not being a physical boneyard, but I think it should just be a Boolean flag that assigns them as in boneyard. I'm tempted to do it from the start of the game. What I don't want is to have a boneyard before the boneyard gets generated, because the boneyard gets generated at the end of round 1. It's a really weird edge case. What I would probably be better off doing is just holding people in the lobby if they join at that point, and then allowing them to join from round 2. That's probably the easiest way. Yeah, sorry, I'll look at them later. Sorry, my bad. Let's get on with the quiz. Don't call me Benjamin, please, Clayton. That's not a thing that happens. I appreciate that. Or that, for that matter, Clive, but definitely not Benjamin. Round 2 is... You're fine. Round 2 is blank of blank. Let's play Danger Zone. Which composer wrote the opera The Marriage of Figaro? Joseph Haydn, Giuseppe Verdi, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Giacomo Puccini. Wow. I mean, I'm biased because it was my degree and I did a lecture recital on the works of Mozart, but even still, I would have put this at lowest level classical music. There's more people got that wrong than I thought. It was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart who wrote The Marriage of Figaro, based on a libretto by... wasn't Schikaneder, it was the other one. Lorenzo da Ponte, I think. Or Lorenzo da Pons. Yeah, Mozart in 1780-something? Late 1781, I want to say. Someone will fact check that for me after the stream. Mozart was the correct answer. Clive was fastest, BC was second, Mark was third. Both of those were the multiplier. Shapes was fourth, Flyboy was fifth. BC, Michael and Mark multiplying on correct, Nata multiplying on an incorrect answer. So that help is going to be gone. Possibly confused with the Barber of Seville. That was Rossini. Giacomo, that's how you pronounce Puccini, not Giacomo. Giacomo. Yeah, Rossini wrote The Barber of Seville. Anyway, let's reorder the board. There's another casual 19-way tie in the danger zone. It's getting a bit crowded in there again. Yes, no, Barber of Seville is Rossini, which is a prequel to The Marriage of Figaro, I believe. Mark's at the top, Ben's in second, Michael's in third. Lots of help still available, though, as we go on to question number 2. Mary of Tech was the Queen Consort of which British king? Edward VII, George V, Charles II, or William IV? Yes, okay, if we can stop citing operas and their composers, that would be just dandy. That would be just dandy. George V is the correct answer. George V, 1910 to 1936. Edward VII, 1901 to 1910. His consort was Alexandra of Denmark. Charles II, was he English? No, Charles II was after the Restoration, so he would have been British, I think. 1660 to 1685, his consort was Catherine of Braganza. He's a Catherine of Bazinga, maybe. And William IV, 1830 to 1837, consort was Adelaide of Saxe-Meiningen. I think that's pronounced. Well, then, if you got George V, Topper was fastest, BC second, Zeus was third, all of them 2 seconds or under, Zeus coming in at 2 seconds dead. Clive was fourth, and Shapes was fifth. 3 nerfs coming in for Vertigo, Conradlac, and Naughty Goth, who get the flat rate of 14. Let's reorder the board. I think we will. Meiningen? Is it you pronounce the second vowel? Or is it the first vowel? I thought it was the second vowel, but I might be wrong. Either way. Don't worry about it, Clayton. It's not to air, but yeah, Benjamin just sort of evokes bad memories of being 9 and in trouble. So I try to avoid it if I can. Speaking of Benjamin, there is someone with a similar namesake, but not the same name. Ben at the top with 84. Mark's in second with 68. Michael's in third with 64. Still got a tie in the danger zone. Ralph, Natter, Connor, Cola, ABB, CJ, JL, Maxio, Proogs, Tukin, and Kegler. All yet to score. All of them, though, apart from Natter, still with the help available. So that could still change as we go on to question number 3. Take a look. What Cockney rhyming slang phrase refers to somebody having no money? Lump of ice, loaf of bread, plates of meat, or hearts of oak? That would be hearts of oak, which means you're broke. Hearts of oak means you're broke. A lump of ice would be advice. Can you give me a lump of ice? You probably just say, give me a lump. For advice. Plate to meat is your feet, so take a load off your plate would be sit down in Cockney rhyming slang. Take a load off your plate, as in your plate to meat, your feet. And loaf of bread is, of course, your head, which is why Cockneys will refer to using your loaf instead of using your head. I've only got the translations, not the use cases, so I've just sort of made those up, so if they're wrong, forgive me. Hearts of Oak is the correct answer. Jack was fastest, Oni was second with a multiplier, Silver Electron was third, Lupine fourth with a multiplier, and Mark was fifth. 5 multipliers coming in total. Lupine, Collins, Samster, ABB, and Oni, all of them correct. Who's that? Roddage. Welcome to the game. And nerfs coming in from Proogs, Flyboy, CJ, and Woollyback. Roddage, welcome to the stream, and welcome to the boneyard of Danger Zone. Lovely to have you with us. Let's reorder the board. Great to have you, Roddage. And yeah, because that bit works, where if you join after round 1, you go straight into the boneyard. Yeah. Welcome to the game. Mark's still in the lead. Ben's in second. Shapes is now in third. I say Mark's still in the lead. He wasn't in the lead before. Ben was, but now Ben's in second. Mark's at the top. Shapes is in third. Just a point ahead of Clive. Both of those two have got their help still available as well. In the boneyard, in the danger zone rather, it's getting smaller. Poop, Vertigo, CJ Proogs, Natter, Connor, Maxio, and Kegler. 4-way tie on 14 at the moment. We need to get one more player out of that danger zone in the next 2 questions. Let's see if we can do it with this one. Question number 4. Take a look. Let's bone then, indeed. In the 17th century, which scientist developed the 3 laws of planetary motion? Johannes Kepler, Nicholas Copernicus, Galileo Galilei, Isaac Newton. Johannes Kepler was the answer. Kepler's 3 laws describe how planets orbit the sun. They describe how 1. Planets move in elliptical orbits with the sun as a focus. 2. A planet covers the same area of space in the same amount of time, no matter where it is in its orbit. And 3. A planet's orbital period is proportional to the size of its orbit. Johannes Kepler was the man who came up with those 3 laws. Samson was fastest and 2 seconds dead. BC was second, Zeus was third, Clive fourth with a multiplier, and Shapes fifth with a multiplier. Just those 2 multipliers being used in helps that round. 4 players getting it right in the danger zone. It was all the players on 14, which I think means Prudes is going to get out of the danger zone, but possibly some others as well, because a few people near that danger zone line are getting them wrong. Let's find out as we reorder the board. Indeed so. Clayton, JR, Kohler and Toucan all topple into the danger zone. We've still got a tie there with 1 question to go. Clayton and JR both on 23, both with helps available. We need to get that down to 7. We've only got 1 question left to do it. If we do not resolve it, we will go to a tiebreaker to resolve that position and see who gets eliminated. Up at the other end, Kay's at the top. Let's go. Clive at the top, Shapes in second, Mark is in third. So 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 8. Quite a few helps left available. Remember, use them or lose them. If you don't use it on this question, you won't get it if you go into the boneyard, and you'll get a fresh one in the next round if you get there anyway. So you might as well use it up. Let's take a look at question number 5 in blank of blank. Which author wrote The Tenant of Wildfell Hall? Jane Austen, Emily Bronte, Charlotte Bronte, or Anne Bronte? Possibly the least well-known of the Bronte sisters, Anne Bronte. Tenant of Wildfell Hall is the second and final novel written by English author Anne Bronte. It was first published in 1848 under the pseudonym Acton Bell. Because, of course, women's rights and women being authors was not a thing that was readily tolerated in society in the mid-19th century. Fortunately, it is now. But yes, Anne Bronte was the correct answer. Clive was fastest, Natter second, Omni third, Shapes was fourth, and Vertigo was fifth. 6 multipliers coming in, 6 incorrect answers played on them. Connors, Maxio, Topper, Kirstuken, Jack, and Kegler Coach all give me a wrong answer multiplier. And nerfs coming from JR, Silver Electron, Zeusless, and Clayton. We'll give you a flat rate of 14 points. Let's reorder the board and see what that does to the scores. We have got a resolution. It's the first time we've not had a tie in the danger zone all round. And at the end of it, Clive finishes on top with 153, Shapes in second with 149, and Ben in third with 136. Well done, you 3. You'll get a little boost going into round 3. And you'll be joined there by Mark, Sam, Flyboy, Oni, Michael, Colin, Woollyback, top 2, aka Zoo, Silver Electron, Vertigo, Poop, top 1, Ralph, Jack, AB Me, Clayton, JR, Prugs, and Conrad, all of whose points will reset to 0. Conrad sneaking through just by the skin of his teeth there, just 1 point clear of CJ, who ends up in the danger zone on 32. It does mean at the end of the round we finally got a standard danger zone size. It means CJ, Cheese Natter, Cola, Toucan, Connor, Maxio, and Kegler. Great hustle, but unfortunately not to be on this occasion. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means you have to say goodbye. Goodbye. I feel there's a slight poetic justice in Kegler going out in round 2, given that they activated the cheat code. Not the cheat code, that's the wrong thing to say. Activated the debug code, let's call it, because Kegler wasn't to know. That bug is on me. So I apologise for suggesting you're activating a cheat code. It's not a cheat code. You accidentally fell into the feature that I left in the game. But you are now in the boneyard, and it's Cheese, Natter, and Cola at the top of the boneyard at the moment with 5 questions correct out of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players will be lost in this round. That is the size of the danger zone. Clive on 11, Shapes on 7, Ben on 5, everyone else reset to 0, and given... Yes, the Konami code of game night. There we go, that's much better. Fresh helps have been given as we go on to round number 3. Blank to blank is the category this time. 5 questions in this round. Multiplying will double your points for the question. Nerfing is going to give you a flat rate of 11. That's half the number of remaining players in the live game. And as before, you can use either help once, but not both. Either the nerf or the multiplier. Use them or lose them, because you won't get them in the boneyard, and you can't stockpile if you get through to the next round. As the progression is in this pack by Fluffy Bunny, all questions or answers will contain a phrase in the form blank to blank. Okay, so fingers on devices, everyone. 22 players remain. Let's see what you can do with this. Is blank to blank. Let's play Danger Zone. Released in 2004, Back to Bedlam was a debut studio album for which English singer-songwriter? Was it Sandy Tom, James Blunt, Mika, or Shane Ward? My life is brilliant. It was that one, Back to Bedlam by James Blunt was the answer. A friend of mine in Halls of Residence was a little bit obsessed with James Blunt for a bit. This was 2006, so a couple of years after it was released. But I remember it was everywhere. So Damien Rice Cannonball was the other one that was around the same time, and it was just you couldn't take a 10-minute journey in the car without it coming on. Just everywhere. But yeah, James Blunt was the correct answer. Shapes was fastest. Oni was second, Michael was third. Both of those two were the multiplier. Sam was fourth, and ABME was fifth. All of them in 2.5 seconds, that or thereabouts. Multipliers coming from Vertigo, Michael, Nordigoth, Colin, and Oni. All of them on correct answers. So very well played. Let's reorder the board. It's a very well answered question, which means we've got people with non-zero scores in the danger zone. Clayton, Ralph, Conrad, Mark, and Ben, all on a non-zero score, all in the danger zone. Flyboy, Silver Electron, and JR with 0, but all 8 players have got their helps still available. A bit of a reversal from the last game where we didn't have a standard danger zone size until the very last question. We're straight into standard danger zone size from question 1 here. Oni's at the top, Michael's in second, Shapes is in third. Let's play on to question number 2. Ernest Hemingway's A Farewell to Arms is set during which conflict? World War I, Spanish Civil War, Korean War, or World War II? It's World War I is the correct answer. I can't say I'm familiar with it, but some of us may be getting confused if you went for Spanish Civil War. He did write a novel set during the Spanish Civil War, but that was the perhaps more well-known For Whom the Bell Tolls. That one was during the Spanish Civil War. A Farewell to Arms was during World War I. Very well done if you did get that one right. Topper was fastest, Oni was second, Shapes in third, Clayton fourth, Lupine in fifth. 2 multipliers coming in there, one from Clive, one from Mark, and both of them on wrong answers. So that help is going to be lost, and you're going to have to do some work to recover your position. Let's reorder the board. Still got a standard danger zone size. Flyboy finding their way out of it. Colin, Jack, Woollyback, Conrad, Mark, Ben, Silver Electron, and JR now in the danger zone. Oni's at the top. Michael's in second. Shapes is in third. Still a lot of helps in still available, and we've still got 3 questions to go. So let's see what we make of question number 3. Which Oscar-winning actor is the lead vocalist of 30 Seconds to Mars? Matthew McConaughey, Brad Pitt, Jared Leto, Jason Schwartzman. I didn't know this, but as soon as I saw it, I thought, God, that's so obvious, isn't it? Yeah, Jared Leto, perhaps better known for his turns in... what was he? Was he in Requiem for a Dream? And he was in that Suicide Squad film. He played the Joker in that. He's done other things as well, Jared Leto. Requiem for a Dream is the thing I know him best for. But he's also the lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars, who are best known perhaps for their 2007, I think, song The Kill, which is a great song. Yeah, take me down, bury me, bury me. That one, great song. But yeah, Jared Leto was the correct answer, lead singer of 30 Seconds to Mars. Mark was fastest, Clive was second, Zeus third, Oni fourth, and Shapes was fifth with a multiplier, doubling up to 36 points there. Very well played. Woollyback choosing to nerf that one for the flat rate of 11, and other multipliers coming in from JR, Lupine, Comradalac, Shapes, Sam, AVME, and Clayton. All of you getting double points for that. JR in particular, that's going to be very useful for you. Currently bottom, but getting 32 points. Let's see if that helps you out of the danger zone. Topper having a scary moment, dropping from 4th to 9th, but JR zooming from 22nd to 12th and out of the danger zone. Very different picture being painted now. Shapes at the top, Oni's in second, Sam's in third. Proogs, Woollyback, Flyboy Poop, Conradalac, Colin, Ben, and Silver Electron are all in the danger zone. 4 of them have got help still available. Proves, Flyboy, Ben and Silver Electron. Silver Electron is yet to score. Still 2 questions left. Still a smattering of helps available. Let's see what you make of question number 4. Homage to the Square is a series of paintings and prints by which Bauhaus artists? Vasily Kandinsky, Josef Albers, Walter Gropius, or Paul Klee? That's a hard question. I've only heard of one of those. I've only heard of Kandinsky. That was not the right answer. The answer was Josef Albers. Only 4 people getting that right off their own back there. Topper fastest, Lupine second, Colin third, and Michael fourth, beg your pardon. 2 nerfs coming in as well, Silver Electron and Prudes for the flat rate of 11. I have no more information to give you. But yeah, the Bauhaus style homage to the Square. Not the goth band, no, the art style. Pointless answer of the it's either pointless answer of the Bauhaus artist. Good one to remember if you ever get onto pointless, anybody, or if that comes up in a distinction game at some point. Let's reorder the board with 1 question to go. Prudes and Colin getting out of the danger zone. We've now got Jack, Mark, Woollyback, Flyboy, Poop, Conrad, Ben, and Silver Electron in the danger zone. All of them with points, 2 of them with helps. Flyboy and Ben, you want to try and get out of there on this next question. With a help available, there's still 44 points up for grabs for this final question. 22 if you don't have a help, which means it's technically not over. Silver Electron, you can still, even without a help, you can still get 33 points, which is enough to put you ahead of JR. This is not over yet. Anyone can theoretically still qualify for round 4. Shapes is at the top, Oni's in second, Michael's in third. Use your help or lose it on this question. You can't take it to the boneyard, you can't stockpile it into round 4. Good luck. Here's question number 5. Who designed the Ticket to Ride series of board games? James M. Day, Eric B. Vogel, Alan R. Moon, Anthony E. Pratt. Alan R. Moon. I have to say I've not played Ticket to Ride myself. I wouldn't have had a clue on that. I'm unsurprised. There's a couple of people I'm unsurprised to see getting this one right. Shapes was fastest. BC was second. Topper was third. Both of those 2 with a multiplier. Lupine was 4th. And Naughty Goth was 5th. 4 multipliers being played. BC and Topper on correct answers. Flyboy and Jack on incorrect answers. And Zeus choosing to play that nerf for the flat rate of 11. Could have been looks like a strategically sound decision there, Zeus, as lots of people getting that one wrong. Let's reorder the board and see what happens. Ben and Poop managing to find their way out of the danger zone at the last minute, which throws a couple of people in there who weren't necessarily expecting to be there. And at the end of round 3, Shapes is at the top with 107, Topper is in second with 99, and Ralph is in third with 93. Very well done, you 3. You'll get a little boost going into round 4, and you'll be joined there by Oni, Michael, Sam, Clayton, Ben, Zeus, Clive, Poop, AB Me, Colin, and Prudes, all of whose scores will be reset to 0. Unfortunately, though, for Vertigo, JR, Jack, Mark, Woollyback, Flyboy, Conradlac, and Silver Electron, on this occasion, I'm afraid it is not to be. Valiant effort to get to the end of round 3, but unfortunately, it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Proves just clinging on by 3 points clear of the danger zone there. And we have got our danger zone finale set up in place. Mark currently leading the boneyard with a score of 10 out of 15 questions. And in this round, we will be losing 8 further players and leaving 6 to go on to the final. Shapes is on 7, Topper's on 4, Ralph is on 3. Helps have been reinstated for the last time. If you survive through to round 5, we don't use helps in round 5. And I'll say more about the rules for that as and when we get there. But for now, let's go on to category number 4. Blank the blank is the category. 5 questions in this round, and as before, multiplying will double your points for the question. Nerfing is going to earn you 7 points, as there are 14 players left in the game. As before, you may use either help once, but not both. And in this round, all questions or answers will contain a phrase in the form blank the blank. Blank the blank is your in here. So, 6 players can go on to the final. Which 6 is it going to be? We will find out after these next 5 questions. Very best of luck to you all. It's blank the blank. Let's play Danger Zone. Question 1. Gorm the Old ruled which country from 936 to 958 AD? Croatia, Ireland, Poland, or Denmark? I'm not counting that as my 1 F-bomb per stream because I was just reading Clive's message. Denmark is the correct answer. Gorm the Old. I have no further information to give you on this one, but yes, Gorm the Old ruled Denmark from 936 to 958 AD. Clive was fastest, Zeus was second, Shapes was third, AB was fourth, and Proves was fifth. AB with a multiplier there, the only player to do so. Sam, I don't know if you're going to get points for this. Your answer came in after the clock had stopped, so it may be a latency thing. It might still give you points if it's being charitable. It's marked it as wrong on the graphics. It's marked it was a correct answer, but if it gives you none, it's because it was out of time. It depends how generous I was feeling when I coded this. Let's reorder the board and find out. Looks like it has given you points there, Sam, but you're still in the danger zone either way, because otherwise you'd have been on 0, wouldn't you? ABB is at the top, Shapes is in second, Clive is in third. I go with what the game does. I don't control things like that. If it comes in after the fact, that's a latency thing. It's sometimes Sam presses the button before the time runs out and it gets a bit stuck in the cloud before it comes down to me. Most games I do err on the side of caution because you get a separate payload that comes up. When time runs out at my end, you get a packet gets sent to you, which means you can't answer. So it's just one of those things. Risky Business, I think, is a game where it doesn't let you because it banks you automatically on the risk question. Anyway, getting sidetracked. Most players with help still available. AB me just using theirs up early. Let's go on. Question number 2. Who was the first African American to win an Academy Award, winning in 1940 for playing Mammy in Gone with the Wind? Was it Dorothy Dandridge, Lena Horne, Hattie McDaniel, or Ethel Moses? Hattie McDaniel was the correct answer. She won the award for Best Supporting Actress for her portrayal of Mammy in 1940's Gone with the Wind. Sam was fastest that time, conversely to last time when it was the last one to get in. He was first in this time, 2.19 seconds, and with a multiplier, doubling up your points to 28. Zeus was second, Michael was third, Clive was fourth with a multiplier, and Shapes was fifth. Just those 2 multipliers coming in from Clive and Sam there. Very well played, you two, for double points. Let's reorder the board. A bit of shuffling. Clive, Sam, and AB Mia, 1, 2, and 3. Shape, Zeus, and Michael also in safety. Still most players with helps available as we move on to question number 3. The film Walk the Line is based on the life of which American singer-songwriter? Janis Joplin, Bob Dylan, Johnny Cash, or Harry Nilsson? Johnny Cash starred, if memory serves, Joaquin Phoenix and... Was it Reese Witherspoon? Was it Kate Hudson? I think it was Reese Witherspoon. And Joaquin Phoenix. I believe it was a little bit Oscar baity. But yes, Johnny Cash. It does sound about right, doesn't it? Mistied the double. It's only 2 buttons to choose from, Odie. 50-50 chance. Oh, you mistyped the double on a wrong answer. Oh, no, there are 8 buttons to choose from then. That's
What a shame.
That's a real bummer, that is, because yeah, you've multiplied on a wrong answer there. Sam was fastest, Clive second, AB Me was third, Zeus was fourth, and Clayton was fifth, and with a multiplier as well, doubling up to 20 points. Multipliers coming from BC, Lupine, Michael, Shapes, Nordy, Colin, and Clayton all on correct, and of course Oni, he's fumbled A 7 buys down bloody Nora. Yeah, that might explain it. But yes, multiplying on the wrong answer for Oni, which means you're going to lose that help. Johnny Cash was the right answer. Let's reorder the board. Clive at the top. Sam in second. Shapes is in third. AB Me, Zeus, and Michael also in safety. Helps are running out. Zeus, Topper, and Prugs. Top 1 and top 2. And Prugs all have helps still available. 2 questions left to get out of the danger zone. Let's take a look at question number 4. Oh, excuse me. Which of these was a name given to the serial killer Jack the Ripper? The Bow Murderer, the Ealing Murderer, the Mayfair Murderer, or the Whitechapel Murderer? That's how it goes at this stage, Clayton. So you get fewer points the fewer players are left in, so the maximum with a double is only 28 now. So yeah, the swings can be a little bit less aggressive in as we get towards round 4. Whitechapel Murderer was the answer, named as the murders took place in Whitechapel and Spitalfields areas of London. I've been to Spitalfield Market a long time ago. Nice place. I should go back there. And also, I used to live on a place called Spitalfield Lane, which is a place in Cheshire. Don't live there anymore, but yeah. There you go, that answers all the questions you didn't ask. Who was fastest? Sam was fastest for 14 points in under 2 seconds, 1.96. Clive was second, Zeus third, Shapes was fourth, BC was fifth. 2 multipliers coming in. Correct answer from Prugs, 8 doubling up to 16, and a wrong answer from Topper, who is not going to get any points and will lose that help. 1 question left in this round. Let's reorder the board. A little bit of shuffling. Michael drops into the danger zone with 1 question left. We've got Sam, Clive, and Shapes in the top 3. Zeus, AB Me, and Ben also in safety. Nobody in the danger zone has a help available. There is a maximum of 14 points available for those players, which means Prugs, Poop, and Michael, you could still hope to surpass Ben in 6th place. Clayton and below, I'm afraid your fate is at this point sealed. There is nothing you can do to get out of the danger zone, but there is still a fight on towards the top end of the board. Let's see what question number 5 brings. Good luck. Drop the Dead Donkey was a British television sitcom that revolved around which location? A television news company, Blackpool Pleasure Beach, a betting shop, or a butcher's shop? So you're going for a hit and hope there, Prugs. I'm actually thinking you might know this one as the question came up. It was a television news company. I never saw it myself. I heard a lot about it growing up, but it's not a show that I actually ended up seeing. But yeah, it all revolves around a television news company. Shapes was first, Clive was second, Lupine third, Prugs was fourth, and Samster was fifth. Zeus electing for a nerf. I've spoonerised myself there. Zeus electing for a nerf with a flat rate of 7 points. Has Prugs done enough to get out of the danger zone, with AB Me getting that one wrong and Zeus only nerfing? Let's find out as we reorder the board. Not quite, Prugs. Not quite. 4 points shy of AB Me there. It's not to be very, very close, but not quite enough to get out of that danger zone. Which means at the end of that round, congratulations must go to Clive, Sam, Shapes, Zeus, Ben, and AB Me. And my God, that is a stacked final if ever I saw one. You are our 6th Danger Zone finalists this week. Very well done. We will see you in the final in just a few minutes' time. The player top 2. What do you mean, Matt? Top two is Clive, then Sam, then Shapes. Oh, top 2 is Zeus. Beg your pardon. Yeah, top 2 is Zeusless. Ben in 5th, and then AB Me in 6th. It does mean we have to say goodbye to the 8 players in the danger zone. Prugs, Michael, Poop, Ralph, Colin, Clayton, Oni, and Topper. A great run to get to the end of round 4, but just couldn't go that extra mile to get to the final. Thank you all very much for playing, but it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Kohler with the crown in the boneyard at the moment. Will he keep it? He will. He shares it with Poop and Ralph. but 13 out of 20 is the lead score in the Boneyard at the moment. Remember, there is still a medal available for the player or players who finish with the highest number of correct answers in the Boneyard at the end of the game. And then we've got a gold, silver and bronze for the top 3 players who are left in play. Little word on the scores coming in. They've all been assigned a points value at the start of the final round. These points have been calculated by the number of questions they got correct minus the number of times they appeared in the danger zone out of 20. So, for example, Shapes on 18, which is one of the highest scores I've ever seen at this point, presumably means he got 18 questions correct and didn't go in the danger zone even once. Or maybe he got 19 correct and didn't go and only went to the danger zone once. Probably something like that. But Shapes starting on 18 is a very, very strong advantage to him. I'm assuming that means you only dropped 2 questions and didn't go in the danger zone. That's all I can surmise. It was either that or 1 appearance in the danger zone and you got 19, which is possibly on that very first question. Much calmer route, yeah. It does not. There's different scores for other players. Sam on 15, Clive on 13, then a bit of a gap to ABB on 6, and Ben and Zeus both on 5. But of course, it can all change because there's still 5 questions, 6 points available for each one, which means there's 30 points up for grabs in this round. Zeus and Ben can still finish on 35, which is double what Shapes has at the moment. And all can change, and we know how swingy this game can be. Let's go to the Danger Zone final. As ever, this round is general knowledge. 5 questions and no nerfs or multipliers available for any players, not even our live players. As explained, you start with a score equal to the total correct answers minus the total danger zone appearances. And a note here from Fluffy Bunny is that it's knowledge and it's general, as you would expect. You are top 2 today. Forgive me, Zeus. I mean top 2. Forgive me. Right. Very best of luck to you all. Gold, silver and bronze medals up for grabs. Just going to take a quick peep into your medal cabinets before we go here. Shapes, you have got quite a few danger zones to your belt. 5 gold, 4 silver and 5 bronze. Sam, 10 gold, 5 silver, 8 bronze and 1 lobby. Shapes also has 5 lobby as well. Clive of Legend, 6 gold, 2 silver, 4 bronze, no lobby. AB Me, 2 gold, 3 silver, 4 bronze, 2 lobby. BC, 2 gold, 3 silver, 2 bronze, no lobby. And top 2, 1 gold, no silvers, 3 bronze and 1 lobby. So everyone here has won the top prize in Danger Zone before, but of course they're all looking to increase that medal cabinet count. As to the players at the top of the Boneyard, that's Lupine Cola and Naughty Goth. Let's take a look. Cola, no gold, silvers or bronze, but 10 lobby medals. So Cola looking for his 11th lobby medal tonight. No Danger Zone medals to speak of for Naughty Goth. And Lupine, 3 gold, 3 silver, 3 bronze and 8 lobbies. So Lupine looking for his 9th lobby medal tonight. Those are the medal cabinets of the leaders at the moment. Let's see if they can realise their potential. The very best of luck to you all. It's general knowledge. Let's play Danger Zone. No, probably not, Clive. Just doing the entertainment thing. Question 1. Which of these is a trick-taking card game? Canasta, Bezique, Cribbage or Rummy? And 1 for his knob. Cribbage is a scoring-based game without tricks. I believe that's the one with and 1 for his knob. Rummy and Canasta are based on building melds, but are not trick-based. Bezique, which is the only one down there I've not heard of, uses melding and trick-taking. Only 2 players getting that one right, Zeus and, well, certainly in the main game, Zeus and BC. Zeus for 6 points, BC for 5 points. Very well done. And indeed, the comeback could well be on because the top 4 players are going to stay on their scores, and top 2 and Ben are going to close down that gap. Cola is going to become sole recipient of the Boneyard Crown. That's the only one of the top 3 in the Boneyard to get that right. Moves up to 14 questions correct. Let's reorder the board. So not a massive change to the scores, but the gaps are much closer now. 18, 15, 13, 11, 10 and 6. Cola with a sole crown in the Boneyard as well. Let's go on to question number 2. Released in 1976, 2112 is an album by which progressive rock band? Caravan, King Crimson, Rush, or Yes? Love me a bit of prog rock. Rush is the correct answer. Sam was fastest, Shapes was second, BC was third, AB Me was fourth. Clive in top two, not getting that one right. Incidentally, Zeus, if I do call you... Sorry, incidentally, top two. If I do call you Zeus tonight, it might be because in my logger it debugs your Twitch name rather than your display name. It only shows me display name on graphics. So if I'm just reading from the logger, it will just show me your Twitch name. So apologies for that. I'm really sorry. I'll do my best. I'll do my best, top two. Rush was the correct answer. Let's reorder the board. Interesting here, Cola the only one of the top three to get that one wrong, and so now we've got a five-way between Flyboy, Cola, Poop, Ralph and Vertigo. All of them on 14 in the Boneyard with 3 questions to go. Shapes is in the lead, Sam is in second, 23 and 21, Ben is in third with 14, Clive has 13, top two has 11, AB Me has 9. 3 questions left, 18 points available. Let's go on to question 3. What name is given to the study of the deformation and flow of matter? Tribology, nephology, hygrology, or rheology? Sorry, deformation rather than deformation. The deformation of matter. This is where, and I tell you, this matter, it's been defamed. The matter has been defamed. Deformation. Apologies for my mispronunciation of that. How would you defame matter anyway? You'd say it tried to attack you when you were drunk, probably. Yeah, tribology is the study of friction. Hygrology would be appropriate at the moment, because that's the study of humidity. And nephology is the study of clouds. The correct answer was rheology, and nobody in the live game got it right. No, deformation is not the same as deformation, no. Nobody in the hot seat game getting that right. Flyboy and Poop getting that one right in the Boneyard, so they are going to take the Boneyard spot. Naughty got that, yeah, got there in 8.61 seconds. Flyboy in 12.78 seconds. Very well done. Let's reorder the board with 2 questions to go. Flyboy and Poop with 15 out of 23. No change to our main game scores. Shapes still in pole position. Sam in second. Ben in third. Only 12 points now available, which means top 2 can hope for a gold medal tie and force a tiebreaker. 5th set tiebreaker. Everyone above that can hope for an outright gold. AB Me, the best you can hope for at this stage is a tied silver. Let's take a look at question number 4. What is the capital of the British Virgin Islands? Road Town, Coburn Town, St John's, or the Valley? It's Road Town. I think it's pronounced Coburn, and not the port is pronounced Coburn as opposed to Cockburn. The Valley is the capital of Anguilla. Coburn Town is the capital of Turks and Caicos. St John's is the capital of Antigua and Barbuda. So if you know your capitals really well, but didn't know the British Virgin Islands, you possibly could have got there by a process of elimination. Road Town is the correct answer. Only BC getting it right for 6 points. This could be very, very interesting. Flyboy and Poop both getting it right in the Boneyard as well, extending their lead there. Let's reorder the board. Battles on for a Boneyard between Flyboy, Poop, and Michael can hope to tie for it as well. Ben closes that gap down. Clive top 2 and AB Me cannot hope to close in on those top 3 positions. It's all down for Shapes versus Sam versus Ben. Shapes has the advantage with 23. Sam currently in second with 21, Ben in third with 20, but we could have an upset on this last question. It's going to be these 3 for the medals, but in which order? Let's find out as we go to question number 5. Which ancient Greek playwright wrote the comedy play The Frogs? Euripides, Sophocles, Aristophanes, or Aeschylus? Aeschylus? I knew I was going to screw one up. Pronunciation's been dead good all night. I got that as my last answer of the game. Aeschylus. Wow. I prefer Boppides, indeed. Yeah, Aeschylus, sorry. I got Euripides. I didn't say Euripides. Euripides, Sophocles, Aristophanes, and Aeschylus. Should have had a pronunciation note for that. Yeah, Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides were Greek tragedians, whereas Aristophanes was a comedy writer. Clive was fastest, Shapes was second, Sam was third, ABME was fourth, and BC was fifth. Top two getting that one wrong. Flyboy, Poop, and Michael all getting that right, which means our Boneyard winners are going to be Flyboy and Poop with 17 questions correct out of 25. I think Shapes has probably done enough to secure that top spot. Let's reorder the board for the final time and find out. Indeed so. And at the end of all that, the final scores are as follows. Poop and Flyboy take the Boneyard medal with 17 questions correct out of 25. Top two finishes on 11 and in 6th place. ABME with 12 in 5th place. Clive with 19 in 4th place and into the medal spots. It's Ben who takes the bronze with 22. Sam who takes the silver with 25. But your Danger Zone champion with a final score of 28 tonight is Shapes. One second. Either there's a really aggressive drive-by happening or someone's just let off a bunch of fireworks. But it's those bloody kids who hang out down the park. Because I didn't sound 1,000 years old when I said that. There is a gang of rather unruly youths who've taken to riding motorbikes on pavements and scooters across the park where they definitely shouldn't be. And generally, going around with like balaclavas on and stuff. And it's like, kids have got to have somewhere to go as well. But at the same time, it is intimidating. And I'd wager money that it's probably then setting off a bunch of fireworks, probably about 100 metres from my front door. What can you do? Kids today, eh? Wild West Coastway strikes again, tell me about it. Who'd live on the south coast? Congratulations to our medalists, Poop, aka Naughty Goth, Flyboy, Ben for the bronze, Sam for the silver, and Shapes for that elusive gold medal. Very, very well played, all of you. And very many thanks to Fluffy Bunny. I hope the wait was worth it, both Fluffy Bunny and everybody else. I know we got delayed with this question pack last season, but it's been lovely to see it. Depends on Boomer now. It's been lovely to see it play out in its full, and extra special thanks, Fluffy Bunny, for going to the effort of when we lost those two. We played those 2 rounds, but obviously we couldn't then replay them. You actually managed to conform the replacement questions to the blank in blank theme that you had. So great stuff, really, really good stuff. So thank you very much, and to Inca as well for proofing the original one as well. That's pretty much it for game night for this season premiere. I'm going to come back to the camera to pick a raid message in just a moment. It's been lovely to be back, and I'll do the wrap up there as well and the final continuity. And then we're going to go pick a raid target. I think we're going to go raid at Sportsy. They're playing Tomb Raider, and Sportsy, friend of the community. Which Tomb Raider is it? It is... looks like the remodeled, reskinned, remastered, new facelift version of Tomb Raider. So we're going to go give it Sportsy a raid, and I'll pick my raid message in a minute for extra pennies as well. Thank you all for playing Danger Zone. Thank you again to Fluffy Bunny for writing, to Inca for co-proofing with me, and congratulations to our gold medalist Shapes, winning Danger Zone tonight. I will see you for the season premiere wrap-up after the credits. And that just about wraps up the premiere for Game Night. Well, it's been a wonderful return to Game Night this evening. Thank you once again to all the question writers for this evening, to Dogfish for Plinko, to Jogging for Data Leak, to Fluffy for DangerZone as well. I hope you've enjoyed it. It has been quite a long hiatus. Well, it hasn't been that long of a hiatus, but it's been it felt like a really solid start there. Having this fan here means I can't hear the computer trying to take off, which is great, which means I'm not thinking, God, it's about to blue screen any minute, even though it might be about to blue screen any minute, which is very encouraging. And maybe it's just happy the room is cooler. I'm certainly happy the room is cooler. Game Night will continue on Thursday evening. We've got Crossfire by BC, The Purge by Samster, and The Escape Artist by JR. In the interim, don't forget to go and follow Ash the Bash for his Season 17 finale on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. And if you're just here for the weekend, I'll be back next Saturday as well with Battlefront, Distinction and Risky Business. Just time to pick a raid message. I've got it down to a few. I'm going to dismiss a few more. And then I'm going to give some bonus pennies out, and I'll pick a raid message as well. Okay, I've got it down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 messages, 7 suggestions, and we are going to give bonus pennies to JR for mine was hard rather than floppy. We're going to give bonus pennies to Stimson's Angle for it's those bloody kids again. We're going to give 50 pennies to Oni for oh no, Ben's a boomer now. I'm going to give 50 pennies to Proogs for what fresh help is this? We're going to give 50 pennies to Lewis for you will be joined there by Poop. Tough between these two. Got it down to 2. But I think it's going to be 50 pennies to Kegler Coach for give Clive the clap. Not going to be the raid message tonight, but we have got a raid message set up for tonight. It's a very good one. I don't think they came up with it originally, but they capitalised on the moment it appeared, and it's the one that stuck out to me. Thank you very much once again, everybody, for coming to join me. I will be back on Thursday night for even more excellent trivia and game night fun. I do hope you'll come and join me there. In the interim, don't forget you can always come and join the Discord to find out even more about what's going on with game night. We are going to go and raid into our friend It's Sportsy, who's doing some lovely Tomb Raider stuff. And I do hope you'll join me for that raid. Come and say hey and spread the love. And yeah, you have been watching the Pilates of Penzance by Vertigo. 100 pennies to you for the Pilates of Penzance. Lovely raid message. Come join me in going to say hi to Sportsy. And until Thursday evening, you have been watching Game Night with me, Royal Flush. Be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe as always. Stay hydrated in this weather because it's bloody hot out. And hopefully I'll catch you on Thursday night. Until then, take care. Peace out and good night.